What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Woody, and good morning, Age of Origins. How is everyone doing today? We got quite a bit of people here in the morning, real early in the morning. We got some people that are going to be traveling from long distances today, and probably have us on the radios. I did take a break. I just want to clear the air up. I did take a break. I'm still kind of taking a break, but I miss you guys, so here I am. Here I am. Hi. I do want to talk about frenzies coming up. I'm going to first start and jump into our frenzy that is coming up. We are not doing so well in it. We were against 746. They got 2.3 billion versus our 1.9. But in first place, 1 second, total ranking. In first place, you got K 138 with 120 million, and Rex and so on and so forth goes down the list. So it's gonna be interesting how that turns out. I'm gonna probably play a little bit, but I'm not going ham. I'm not going ham. Yeah. Anyways, so guys, how is your frenzy going? Who all you got? Who all you got?
Who's going up first?
It doesn't matter who's going up first.
Let's just say I got 459 again, and Camel is trying to fuck us.
459. 459. Ooh. I hope this isn't wait a minute. 459. I'm trying to remember who that was. Is that Marcus Nation? Marcus Notorious? Or am I
No, that's 379.
okay, okay. Oh yeah, 300. Well, then who's in 459? Who is that?
Didn't they used to be Big Bird?
Now they got like 5 or 641s over there.
Yeah. As soon as we find it, we'll pull it up. I'm trying to remember. Remember, even though I came from the older nations, it's still it's hard to remember exactly
Real left,
who
real
everyone
left.
is. Here it is, 459. Let's see what they got cooking. Whoa. Nizro, can you mute your mic, please? Okay. All right, going back in there. So yeah, they have 541s. So whoa, 340s. Quite a bit of 39s. Oh, what do you got? What's the plan?
It's going and fight as usual, the BOW way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see what their BP is. Oh, oh man, I would stay away from that 209. I'm just being real, but I mean, the 134 is a possibility. Um,
Yeah.
let's see what their officers look like because it's a okay. So that is a possibility that you guys can take that. If that had been like 14, 15, I would say yeah, probably not. And then you
Yeah.
guys are 711, so I want to see the
No, 717.
717. Why was I thinking 711? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
GC
717.
chat.
You want a Slurpee?
I am not going into that GC chat.
I know.
That is just nothing but trolls over there. All right. 717. There you are, right here. Boom.
Right there.
Right
I
smack in
smell
the middle.
pussy. I smell pussy.
Hey. Yo, you gotta mute your mic. So you got, I know Mark. I know Mark. So you guys got two different alliances going on right now. Man, I think that you guys should just for like this frenzy test it out and join it everyone into either Bull or WSF. Cause
Not gonna happen.
oh
Right now. So right now it's WSF is almost like 100% Asian,
okay.
and BOW is like everything else.
Ooh ooh. That's well. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that.
I mean, it kind of works because they're on the same time, and we at BOW is pretty much on the same time. We got Europeans, mostly Americans, a couple South Americans, people from the Middle East. So
Yes.
it's actually worked out because we went to Polar, and we had a major turnout for Polar
Did you?
since everybody yeah, since everybody came to because a lot of people came from WSF to BOW after a void, people just came and said, "Yo, we want to join up." So yeah, and it's been pretty good. It's been real good. So I'm very optimistic about this frenzy coming up. We should have some fun.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely test out those towers. You know what I mean?
You
Test.
know we will.
Sometimes it does take like a newly fresh nation that's been merged. Sometimes it takes like a void or a frenzy, one or two of them, to go by to see what actually needs to happen. You know what I mean? Sometimes it
Yeah,
just takes that. So
because after the void, because we did like what 8 billion points in void. That was more than half the total points for the nation.
right.
And like everybody was like, "Yo, we wanna come." Like, "Yo, we see your activity. We see you
Whoa.
got battle strategies. Everybody just wanna come join up."
Hold on. So hold on. Someone just donated 4,999 coins. I don't know who that is, but thank you, thank you. Wow, wow. I'm gonna save those. I'm gonna save those. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, but it's looking pretty optimistic, pretty good. Guys that came over, like, yo, they got pretty good strength. That guy DDP came, Cheddarfield came, Hells came, like, yeah. And WSF took in every Japanese and Korean player in the nation.
Well, I mean, maybe you guys can have two separate strong alliances. I mean, I have. Well, there's another donation, a dollar. I'm sorry, 1,999 coins. Thank you, thank you. But maybe if you're able to have like two different time zones, but to make this work, you're going to have to um, count on each other. Like one alliance is going to have to set the traps while you guys are waiting for that bubble to drop, and you guys hit them, so on and so forth. Like and that's not even talking about the frenzy nation that you're going up against, but um, in the experience that I've had, that's the only way a double um, alliance such as this is going to be able to work. Other than that, you're gonna have to be all in the same.
So we have a few guys from over there on Viber.
Okay.
So hopefully, like, we could set a trap, like, y'all take the towers. And once they attack the towers, then we just try to zero out one or two of those 41s. So let's see how it works.
That's actually, yeah.
Because
They're probably in here.
yeah,
Listen, did you say four five
oh,
nine?
459, yeah.
Depth's in here. I just seen him. He's in here. He's listening.
Oh yeah.
But
Look, it's friendly competition. I love it.
I will give you this, and from people from 459, we have gone against 717, and I'll tell you what, they're fighters and they like to play. So it's not going to be a boring frenzy. So um, it's
For sure,
frenzy.
you won't.
It's frenzy. Give it all you got. You know. Um,
100% for sure. Yeah.
Save your heels. Save your heels. That's all I gotta say. Save your heels. GC is now. Well, not literally now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, we're hoping to make semis. We had a good run against 732. I was like, I was messing with Archie the whole time. As soon as he attacked, I was in his city. So until he started bubbling, because every attack he did, I was like, bam, I hit his city. So yeah, I was like a thorn in his side.
So I
But
mean,
yeah,
that's what it has to be. It has to be like that. I think you guys are gonna like it. This is gonna be your first, well, your second, your 400 nation that you're gonna go up against. So you're gonna see some tricks um, that you haven't seen yet. And even if you do lose a frenzy, take those tricks that they're doing to you, take it in and use it in the arsenal for later. Because trust me, um, just if a loss can still be a win, and a win can still
yeah,
be a win, if that makes sense.
yeah, frenzies for fun.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, we
Frenzies for fun.
all right. We're gonna have to move on. See who else has got. See if people messaged in here. We have 840 versus 1019. Is that real? Like, is that really happening? 840 versus 1019. I gotta check. I got to why? Why the difference? That's like a right here 840. I gotta check this out. Okay, so they got 238s, so 337s, couple 36s. Okay, okay, I want to see what their officers are. 9-7. Okay, so he's right around where he should be at 38. Kill ranking. Okay, so they are fighters. Huh. And they got, what was that? 10, where was that? 10-19. I wonder why this matchup is happening. This is like very far away.
I
10-19.
mean, Camel should get off their ass and give us some new nations. Everybody's tired of facing the same people. You got all these newer whales, right? Put
I
them
mean,
to the test.
I think that's what they're doing. I think that's what they're doing. What was that? 10-19, 10-18, 10-19. I'm getting closer. 10-09. Oh no, I went the wrong way. I think that's what they're doing. You guys are starting to see some of these newer 700 nations, but I don't know why the 10-18. Was it 10-18? Sorry, I just got off work. 10-19. I'm sorry. I just got off work, so I'm kind of like blah. Drove in ice and everything. Yeah, so they got a 41 and a 38. It's kind of like, I'm not going to say it's evenly matched because it's really not, but I'm wondering if. Yeah, this is not matched up, right? Wow. That's a. What are you guys going to do? What are you going to do? I don't know. 840, if I were you, take it as a, what is this guy's BP at? You're not touching him. Okay, but everyone else you can touch. You know, so you're not touching him. You can touch everyone else. Hopefully, he does not reinforce. You guys think that this guy will reinforce, or are you guys gonna be able to catch him um, off his guard? Yeah, you don't want to reinforce against this guy. Yeah, you definitely don't want to reinforce against him. Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know who's gonna win this one because I mean they have. Let's see, everyone's in the same alliance. Um, except for Cena, and I think Cena just left or whatever. But yeah, everyone's in the same alliance, so that's not going to be good. He can defend. Now, if he wasn't in the same alliance, the top alliance, I would say, yeah, you can pretty much touch everyone in the naughty places all you want. But that reinforcement from that 41, and he's got strong officers and shit. So I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. That'll be a tough one for y'all. I wish you luck. Let me know afterwards how it goes. All right, moving on. Where are we? Where are we? I gotta fall. What is it? Okay, we're right here. We got 564 against 393. All right, 564. Let's check you out. Let's see what you got cooking. And I know that this new officer equipment, people have been going ham on that. Who can back me up on that? Like I'm seeing people just going freaking straight ham on that.
Fuck yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Like, yeah, like anyone else? Graham, I know you've been going ham on that one. I'm wondering if everyone. Okay, so they got. Ooh, ooh, look at that. They got 741s and up to 1340s. Wow. 2139s and above. Wow, wow. Ooh, ooh. And that's 393. No, that's 564. Let's see what their officers are.
Tac,
Ooh.
Tac 7 will get a haircut because he doesn't hide troops. So you catch him, just speed hit him.
Well, yeah, 121. That is that for these nations, especially 393. That's doable. That's doable for like maybe 7, 10 people.
Yeah, we gave him a haircut a couple voids ago.
Was it Void or?
Yep.
Oh boy. What about Thorf? I mean, yeah, I mean, he can get a haircut too. That's a, I mean, good. It's frenzy, so I mean, it's not going to be too much. But ooh, man, I want to see what their all their power is. So I mean, yeah, I guess they all can. Yeah, they all can get yeah kill rank. I mean, they all fight too for the most part. Tac 7. So Tac 7 don't hide troops. That might be a hint to you, 564. Might be a hint. Let's check out um, 393. What I meant by hint 564 is maybe talk to him. If he doesn't hide his troops, so he can definitely get caught. And if he doesn't have his Titans at home, ooh, that can hurt badly. All right, 393. Let's see what this is. Rare. Boom. That was pretty easy to find. Well, I mean, they got 341s there, 10 and above 40s. They got a couple of. This is going to be a tough one. Let's see what their officers are because they right off the bat they're outnumbered by 41s and by officers are outnumbered. Titans. I mean that they're not that bad in the Titans. Kill. Holy shit. 2.3 billion as a 32?
That's just doing that stupid farm killer method.
Yeah.
And their top guy, he's only 1600 mid range.
Ooh.
This 41.
Yeah, the 41 that they have right here.
Yeah, we have them in uranium mines.
Well, man, this is I remember 393 back when I was playing in 373, and back then I can't remember if they were like super active or not, but I know Hooligan. I remember Hooligan, and I remember him being a problem back then. Oh, that should be interesting. Who would you call it? Who's going to be the winner on this?
I think 564 will take it.
564. I kind of had that.
They're,
Sorry,
they're
three.
more they're more united.
Yeah, I'm noticing that you got like one, two, three. You already got three alliances in the top three, four in the top 12. That's not good. Maybe I wonder if they're in civil war. I mean, but at this time and at this age of the game, civil war should it should be already done over with. You know what I mean? Like then again, those nations like 52, they went for how long? Years upon years in civil war. So I mean, they just now recently ended their civil war. So I don't know. It might be they're not in civil war obviously because bubbles are dropped. I don't know. Hopefully they can unite and get shit together. Hopefully, but moving on. 564. Hope you grab that W. Okay, looking 385 and 37. Wait a minute. You're fighting Raz Nation.
Ain't gonna be much of a fight.
I think Raz did retire. So 385. And you guys been pushing cities lately, or like leveling them up?
Uh,
Are you guys just
yeah.
coasting?
I mean, we've had some level up. We've had some of our smaller guys go up to 37, 38, start getting the shredders, getting the EMPs for their long range builds. So
Right. Well, I mean, those are good to have. Even like 37s and 38s and 36s. I'm going to stop it at 36. Because anything at your guys' age, actually, probably, I'm gonna be honest with you, at the age of your nation, 36 and below are kind of like,
Farms.
yeah, like don't send kind of deal, like.
Farms are traps. I mean, that's
Yeah,
how it is.
yeah, and I know a lot of people like in these newer nations like, what do you mean a 36 a farm? The older you get, I mean, it's true, it happens. To the point where the level troops that you have, they're no good anymore at that point. So
I I will say during
But my
GC,
thing's 4, man. Come on.
one of the uh, one of the older nations, they had like a twink of a city that was 36 that had like 1300, 1400 LRA just that they're baiting people. I almost want to say it was 425.
there is a 34 out there that's got, yeah, I think it was that are literally like that far, like 1400 LRA. It's like it's time for you to move. It's time for you to start growing fast. So has anyone heard from Raz that he truly quit the game, or
I mean, you see his YouTube video out there, and um, I, it's frenzy. We all know Rav was the fighter of that nation. Yeah, Ataka's out there, may attack, but he was the driving force for any sort of kill event. So
right?
I expect it to be pretty lame.
Well, I mean, hopefully being it's frenzy that they fight and you guys have some action. You know what I mean? Let's check out 374 real quick. It's kind of, I mean, if Raz did quit the game, it's going to be kind of sad because I mean he is, even though a lot of people don't agree with what he says, he's part of the community. Like regardless, everyone knows him, so that's kind of, yeah, Bella Raz. Oh yeah, okay.
He's a likable, hateful guy.
You love to hate him, you hate to love him, but he's he's like that little piece that's missing. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it. Like
You always need someone to talk trash all the time. You always need it in the game.
yeah,
So it's the game, you know.
absolutely.
And well, he used to do pretty good. Now that he's silenced, obviously, kind of like where's all the shit you were talking all this time. But anyway, it is what it is.
Well, like I said, everyone has their day, and it's the truth. Everyone has a day. But while he was here, I mean, he was able to get his shit all the way up to 15 too, and his officers. That's not easy to do, guys. Like, that's not easy at all. And then his Titans at 3. I mean, he pushed hard. So, but
Did you watch his video, Woody?
I dude, I haven't seen his video. If he released it like yesterday, but the last one I did see. About him talking about retiring and stuff like that. That's the last one I got to see.
Yeah. I mean, if he said on there he's playing just to entertain other people. If
Man,
so, I mean, good for him if he figured that out and left. But if he comes back and plays for himself, then that'd be good. But I don't think anyone should play this game to entertain other people. You got to play it because it's fun.
I mean, it is fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's so expensive. Like
No doubt.
even for myself, guys. Like it's
No,
just super. Yeah, I'm not sure if you've seen the whole nation chat or global chat. That's they decided to fucking really dog me down and talk about all the shit that's not true. But whatever. That was
dude, that's always all those chats are trash. Always. That doesn't matter.
dude.
Hey,
The dude says I get paid thousands upon thousands and thousands of dollars to do this shit. Really, really? Do I? I wish, because my bank account says different. I can tell you that right now.
Hey, dude, I thought you quit.
Hey, I came
What
back.
the fuck you doing back?
Hey, you want me to leave? Fine, I'll end this shit right now. Right now. Right now.
So you back then? Are you back from your little break?
actually,
I'm
I was about to say something like that since Raz doesn't say anything on the chat and you were gone for a while. I was like, does Woody leave also because Raz the situation?
No.
They went on
So,
vacation
I'm
together.
I'm taking
Yeah,
a.
What? I mean, this is weird. Come on.
I'm taking a break, guys. I do. There's very few people that I do have some personal shit going on right now. So I mean, I'm taking a break. There is a trusted friend that is running the city for me. But I will be, going in like, and I'll do a frenzy
Oh,
or whatnot, stuff like so on and so forth. Um, but as for like being active every day, sending monsters out, guys, I got something going on in my life right now that I can't do that. Like, I can't be that active.
so you're clear. So you're clearly on a break, but you're on this video YouTube thingy, people.
I'm on a break. I'll do some events, but I can't do everything. Like, I got some serious shit going on right now, personal shit that I won't get into. But
Okay.
I'm trying to be here for the community, here for you guys and everything else. Like, don't think that I haven't read what you guys have been saying. Some good things, or I mean, some bad things, some really good things. So I miss you all. You guys are all still friends of mine. So
Yeah, you was about to make me quit.
what was I?
You was about to make me quit.
Oh, go! Don't quit! Don't quit! Don't do that! Don't do that!
You
Don't
know,
do that!
you
Go!
know, you know what the funny thing is, honestly, when we found, when obviously when we found out that he was taking a bit of a break, I was chatting to all the other guys. I was like, shit, man, who's gonna be doing these weekly, YouTube videos and stuff where we start slagging people off and looking at what everyone's been doing and stuff? Because to be honest, Woody, you're the one that kind of does it on a regular every week, whereas other guys they do YouTubes and stuff, but it's usually geared towards something or it's about something. So yeah, I was like, oh man, who's gonna do it?
Well, I'm trying
When
to.
obviously,
I'm trying to get other YouTubers into uh, the whole camel program, the vets
yeah,
program, like Caffeine Queen. I'm trying to get her into that. I've already contacted Camel about her. I'm not sure if they reached out to her yet. I know that they like to see quite a bit of videos done before they accept something like that. Not just like three or four. They want to see quite a bit of them to show that it's going to happen each week, and not just once every month kind of deal. So. And there's another person that I told him as well that so I mean I told them the people who they are. I gave their links. I gave their Discord ID. So if Camel decides to reach out to them, it's in their hands now. It's you know what I mean. That's as far as I can go, kind of deal. But
Woody, I'm driving at the moment. Are you getting any like background noise on me or anything?
we're getting a little bit, yeah.
Cool. If it's too much, just let me know and I'll mute my mic.
Okay, okay. Um, we do have what is it 1070 Buckoff, who are you? What's your nation, Buckoff? You just said you're against 1070. I don't know what nation you're from.
We're facing 114, just so you know.
Didn't you guys just got done facing them not too long
No,
ago?
no, no. So 114 is Asahi. That's how you pronounce her name.
Us-
Asahi's nation. The original mid-ranger, one of the OG mid-rangers.
Oh, so one
So
of the
she's
originals.
supposed, well, yeah. So she's supposed to be one of the strongest mid rangers in the whole game. Obviously, it's changed a bit over a while. I don't know. I think she probably hasn't been spending as much because with all this nonsense going on.
Right, right,
But I
right.
remember that when we faced her quite some time ago. Oh my god, she ripped the shit out of us. So I'll be facing her. Everyone's like, oh, Goat versus Asahi. Who's stronger? I don't know. I think she probably is still stronger than me. She's probably maxed in everything. But that's who we're fighting. So an older nation. But yeah, we'll see. That would be quite interesting actually to face her again after a good year or so, I would say, since we last faced them, or maybe even longer, just to kind of get my own back getting slapped around
Right.
last time.
Well, you got 1041s you're up against, and then fucking almost an endless sea of 40s and 39s. Just saying. So I mean,
Yeah, but we're split up. I don't know if I think they might have this shit together where they've got everyone in one, which would be quite
no,
hard.
no, they don't. They right in the top, uh, top 10. They have one, two, three. They got three alliances in the top three.
But I
So,
know they've also got civil war at the moment going on.
oh, do they?
Yeah, everyone's in bubbles at the moment.
Are you sure they're in civil war? Are you?
Yeah, I
Or
think they were. I think they were cleaning their nation. So it might not be
maybe
civil war. It might be cleaning. But
maybe
if you go
they're.
into the nation, you see they're all in bubbles
Yeah,
and
I'm,
shit.
I'm I'm looking at that. I'm looking at it right now. Or maybe they're in a. They bubble a week before frenzy or void. I don't. I've heard of people doing 1 day or 2 day before void to bubble, but a week is different. Way
Yeah,
different.
that's when you know you're in civil
Yeah.
war. You're hiding in shields.
But I'm not seeing any burning cities, so that's kind of what throws me off. I mean, I get it. They're old. They understand. Uh, once a shield goes down, someone's watching, and then they goodbye, bonk bonk, kind of deal.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do. We sit there watching. I sit there watching some people. I was screwing the other day.
Well,
No one ever drops a shield ever.
yeah, but this
For a long time.
this entire alliance is unshielded right now.
Yeah, so they're into war. So no one no one ever drops a shield. You know what when there's nations like no one drops a shield. And then the one day I'm driving, I can't pull over. 3 shields fell, and all 3 of them were above 60 million BP, and I didn't get to hit any of them. And I was so upset, like unbelievably upset. Like, I was like, man, that was my chance to fucking murder one of them.
Well, I mean, if these guys are in civil war, they're not doing it right. I think, and the reason I'm saying is like everyone's unbubbled. Maybe a few that are not, or yeah, a few that are. I don't know. All I know is when I played 52, well, they're at Civil War. If you were not bubbled, other
52's that's a war with everyone, man. So it
like
doesn't really matter.
like when you are not, if you weren't in a bubble, you were burning. Like seriously,
Straight
your
up.
bubble dropped. You got like 2 minutes before you're burning.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna see you. But yeah, okay. Well, so you guys should have this wrapped up, right?
I don't know. I think they might not be playing as much. Like I said, we can't mention a lot of things in
Right,
the
right,
video,
right,
but
right.
there's that whole thing going on where people are not doing certain things.
Yeah, and I
So
think
they might not. And this frenzy is the end of the day. So to be honest, who really gives a shit about frenzy? We all use it as a testing ground. I use
yeah.
it as a testing ground on the bigger nations to see what I can kill. I did it in GC. I shared a lot of reports on our nation. Like, I was going around just smacking literally everyone. Like, I could have actually taken GC on my own. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, it was just paper tigers everywhere, and I was hitting people and I was sharing it.
It looks like you're gonna have some fun. So that should be good. That should be interesting for you guys. I hope you guys have some fighting. At least, even if it's like slow walking to the towers, just to see what you guys are all about. And you said it's been a year since you went up against them, so that'd be a good revisit kind of thing. But I wish you guys luck over there. It's gonna be exciting. I do got to move on. So we got 822 versus 778. So 822. I'm trying to think about who is an 822. I should know. I passed it. All right, 824. We're close. Coop the Killer. Coop the Killer. Here we go. Outcast. So they got all their stuff and everyone's in the top alliance except for Jun. Jun's an FFS. Now they got a couple strays, but all their 41s, 341s, 139, handful of 38s. It's not bad. They got their shit together. I don't know why this guy is. Probably because it's a different Korean or Japanese or so on and so forth. Huh, that is interesting though. Let's see. Do they fight though? They fight. They fight. They fight. They fight. They like to fight. You can see that just in the kills. Officers. Yeah, I mean, the officers are not bad either.
Sorry, guys, I must have lost reception or something.
No, that's okay. It's okay. We're looking at 822 right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
those guys fight. We played them before.
What's that? You said you played them before?
Yeah, they fight.
They fight? Ooh.
Yeah. Outcast and Cookie myself. Of all people, they fight over anybody else.
Okay.
So you can't be like a super cookie.
And they're going up against 778. I want to see what they're all about. See if it's going to actually be a good
Is that a
battle.
Rock Nation?
I honestly don't know if 778 is Lock Nation. I don't think they are. I thought 771 was locked. So 778. There's still a lot of these 700 nations that I don't even know who's in it still. And most likely it's because I haven't played them yet. Once you play a nation, you know exactly who they are and you remember. 756. We're going down. We're going down. Here it is. 778. It is locked. Okay. We'll find out how to get into there. Hold on. 778. Calculator. Merge a dashboard. Alright, we'll figure it out right now. Jeez, what's going on? Why is it taking so long?
Oh, there you go. I can hear you now.
You hear me now?
Yep.
Alright. What is going on? Why does this look different now? This is not the same one that I'm used to. Fuck, I just go into my documents. Right here.
Hey, Woody,
Yeah.
is this one of your chats for Camel?
What's that?
Is this one of your videos for Camel?
No. Not
So
do.
this is open for talking
Yeah.
within reason.
Within reason, yes.
Merger talk, okay? Minute, quick statement.
Rather not.
Fair enough. I got a lot of information. Good
Uh,
stuff too.
oh, I'm 100% sure you do. 100% sure you do. What was that nation? 778? I think it was 778.
They caved. I'll leave it at that.
Wait a minute. Now I want to hear.
Camel cave. They're planning everything as we speak
Explain.
for everybody. For all the lower nations, everybody. They're just deciding how to do it. They're believing they're going to do ones and twos with 2 or 3 higher.
Globes?
Yeah, it's coming.
So, globe 1 with globe 2, globe 1 with
No,
globe
no,
3?
no. 2 or 3 for each one higher.
2 or 3 players? Or 2 or 3?
Nations. Globes.
Okay, so nation 1 people with nation 4
Well, one
and
isn't
5.
going with one. One isn't going with two. Two isn't going with one.
Right.
One is going
So
with
like
4,
nation,
5, or 6.
so like nation 1 would go with like nation 4 and
Yes,
so on and so
on and
forth.
so forth.
That's
Based off BP and activeness and all the figures that they're calculating now. Yeah, it's done.
That's going to
It's
be interesting.
Yep.
That's going to be very, very interesting. You know
They
why,
were
right?
pressured. Yeah, I do. They were pressured pretty hard by the L's, and they caved. A bunch of them quit. A bunch.
Man.
I'm talking top whales. Almost 90% of them or more.
That's, oh man. That's, ooh.
Yeah, it's huge.
I can't get this damn thing to work. It is literally, let's try this now.
So it'll be after GC.
Hey,
Here
can
it
you
is.
can who? I'm driving, so I don't know who's talking about this this thing. Can are, can you do me a huge favor, man? One guy who's talking. Can you send me a private message? He's executioner on the chat. Just wanted to know a little bit more about your saying for something that's happening in my nation about whatever you just said. I
Well,
just need.
he's talking about the older nations, like ancient nations, Nation 1, like from Nation 200, getting some kind of merger, which I know we already went too far, but I was very interested to hear about that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I want to hear about it.
Okay. I thought, okay, because he mentioned something about massive beating people or something, or
No. He's talking about like Nation One getting merged with a different nation in Globe Four, so on and so forth, like that. But the only issue I can see if that happening is let's say they get that right. Let's say Globe Nation One or Nation 52 goes to let's say 425 if that matter. Um, who are they going to match them up with? Like there is
It's all based off BP. BP.
Oh,
right, but
oh,
that is just like insane. Or 219 going into like 373. I mean, dude, that's just. Or it might just be Civil War the second they get there.
Well, they're talking
Like,
about
let's
that.
be real.
They're taking that into consideration. But at the end of the day, you and I both know they're
That
giving them what they want. Now they can't complain.
that is true. That is true. And I'll say
So
this.
make the best, and I believe that all these nations will make the best of what they get because they
Yeah,
know it's not going to happen again for a while.
and no, there ain't gonna be another wild. It's just
Yeah,
ain't,
if
it ain't
ever.
gonna it ain't gonna ever happen again.
Yeah,
Like
then that's my point. So I
that's.
believe, and I think Campbell believes too, that they will not do that.
Well, I really hope not. But I mean, you know how people get with the mouth and those. I will say this. I will say this. If and I'm not saying it's going to. I'm going to say if now, just to be on the safe side from my own end. If that does happen, there is not going to be a farmer in any nation that will be safe. There ain't going to be no more 34s and below OET4s. No, it's going to be 38s,
Probably yes. That's what they're anticipating.
38s and higher. That's it. Everyone else is fucking food.
Yeah, it's going to change up the elite wars too
Food.
drastically.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's going to be food, and they're going to have to. The people that are playing and still want to play the game, we're just going to have to go into a new nation. When I say new, I mean brand new. Wow.
Well,
So
and that may be what they want them to do too. Wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know. Don't want to get into why or whatever kind of
Yeah.
predicament they're into, but I am. If that's the case, that's really happening. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for them.
Yeah, I am too.
And the reason I'm saying that I'm happy for them is it's like they have literally been fighting the same people, literally beating the same box, fishing in the same fishing hole for straight years in a row.
GC is going to be fun. The following one.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
didn't
that's
think about that.
yeah, it's going to be amazing. Not only that, but now you're going to have nations that can fill it with 250 easily,
Oh yeah, yeah.
easily 250.
So what are they going to do with the Lock Nations then?
They're getting them too.
Oh, so we're gonna see like 555 and uh, six
Five
nine
five five.
and six nine
Their top
three kind of
their
deals.
top 6 or 7 are gone.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're all gone.
Monkey King too?
Gone.
Like quit, kind of gone,
Gone.
zeroed out, banned. Like
No, no, like no longer playing the game.
dang.
Count's been handed over.
God,
Pikachu, all of them. All of them. 528 Mega Whale, gone. All of them.
I don't know if I want to ask why, what happened, or anything. And I know you know
Just
why.
frustration over what everybody on the lower nations. Same issue.
But I mean, really, they're
Mm-hmm.
they're
They were
not even
demanding it,
they're not
and they started
even
losing them.
they're not even that old though.
Gone. All of them.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Raz left. I was like, fuck. And then I thought you left. I was like, God damn.
I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break.
I
Like
understand. I've done that too.
like I really need a break
Yeah, no,
badly.
no. We all and I just tried to take one. I couldn't find nobody to run my goddamn city, bastards.
That's why you just bubble and log into before and just throw a bubble up.
Well, I was going to use the one you used.
Gotcha.
I was like, damn it.
Yeah, seniority rules. Oh man, yeah, I don't know what to say, man. Like
Yeah, it's good.
that's what does Ronaldo think about this? If he,
He's fine with it. He's getting one too, so he's happy.
so he's gonna get okay. No, I mean with like, what if it is 555 that he gets? Is he gonna?
I don't know. I don't know who they're going to get. I don't believe they know who they're going to get either. I know
Okay,
they're all
so
wishful thinking.
so they're in the same boat as we are. They just got less
Yes,
less
they got
choosings.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Very true. And they may not even get as strong ones because there's a lot of them out there that are really not as strong as you think. I mean, there's 4 or 5 other ones that lost their whales too.
What about the guy in 722? Did he leave?
I don't know about that one. I know all of the 600s. I know all of the 600s and 500s.
Damn.
Yeah, gone. 400s too, by the way, gone.
Dude. I'm
There's one
sorry.
more.
I have to. I have to look. I have to look and see. That would be 457. I'd have to go into C555. Oh, there's another donation. Thank you. 1999 coins. Thank you so much. I don't know
Yeah,
who did that. Thank you.
look at the pics. You'll see.
Woody, while you're searching for that, can I make a comment
Yeah.
about something you said earlier?
Yeah.
About the older nations and, a large gap between nations being merged. I think that the most gifted nation leaders in the older globes will find a way to make it work with a newer nation. I hear your comment about, 34s, 38s becoming farms. But, I hope the nation leaders from those older globes recognize that just because someone doesn't have a 38 because they haven't been playing for as many years, there are gifted, talented players behind those accounts. And the best leaders, I think, will figure out a way to keep the best players. And maybe that's through things that we're not going to talk about on a live podcast, but
Things will shift.
yeah, I think that
The names will shift on stuff.
it will be a mistake for them to nix players by virtue of city level alone. I mean, I know that many of us have weaker cities, quote unquote, in our alliances who are critical members of those alliances, and the alliances don't function as well without those players. So I think that would be exciting to see, and I think it offers a lot of opportunities for good nation leaders in the older globes to distinguish themselves from the other merge pairings through creative and effective leadership.
I also want to add to that. Is this like, and this goes out to like the ancient nations, and I know there's nothing that we can teach them because they do know they are literally the ones that made put the stepping stones to this game. But if these 34s or 36s, we'll just say 36s, if they're able to bubble and stay bubbled and they know not to attack or defend, they're playing by your rules. Maybe let them grow. Because like we just said, this might be your last time. And who's to say a year from now or 2 years from now they might not be a 38? They might be a 38, and they might actually be able to put more into your arsenal. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like walking into something, it will be kind of
Yeah. And I don't presume to advise those leaders. I mean, the leaders in the older globes who have managed to keep their alliances together and moving forward over that length of time are certainly some of the most gifted leaders in the game. So I don't presume to advise. I'm more just noting that for those younger nations who might get paired with a much older nation, I wouldn't give up hope right away because you're merging with some of the best and most proven leaders in the game. And I have faith that they will figure out a way forward that works for the nations.
they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. I mean, when you go into a nation such as nations Globe One and Globe Two, when you got the top 100 are literally 38s and above. I mean, this is your if this is true. If this is true, this is your last merger. Like there isn't another one coming. Like hate to say, I'm shocked that you're getting this one kind of deal. But I mean, if it's true, those people that you know your nation rules. Okay, you know your nation rules. So if you don't follow them, don't be surprised if you get 100 people attacking you, and that's the end of your career in that nation. If they decide to give you that chance to prove yourself, and stay there. But yeah, they're not going to just hit you with one. It's not gonna happen. Like I hope that. But then again, there might just be some nations like fuck it, we don't care. We don't care.
Well, I think
I tell you, do you remember
that's
Farm
going to be
Lives
the
Matter?
challenge for those nation leaders is to figure out a way to transfer the knowledge that they've gained and the level of void tactics get higher as you can assemble a larger group of players together more quickly, which many of those older nations can do.
Right.
So it's that's going to be part of the challenge is transferring that knowledge and teaching people and identifying who's able to adapt quickly and who gets left behind.
Well, I think also, maybe intermixing some of the players from the, like we already know that the if this is true, you notice how I'm saying if, but if this is true, they're coming out of Nation One, Nation 52, and they're moving to your nation. Like they're not gonna just sit back and expect you guys to come to Nation One. No, that ain't gonna happen. I promise you that. They're getting the f out of there. They want fresh meat. You know what I mean? These older players, they don't care. They don't give two craps about what nation they're in, about their home nation anymore. It's not like that. They want fresh meat. And when I say fresh meat, they want fresh meat. They want to hit someone at 500 million BP. They like that. They enjoy that. Imagine imagine if they get like we'll just say 219. Imagine if 219 sin, that they're the original. They're the main alliance, and then they're going to hit someone, and then the secondary alliance nails them right afterwards. That would be oh man. Or maybe like a triple nation merger. Like if that not triple nation merger, but like a triple nation void. That right there being if they're gonna be doing stuff like that, that would open up a window for maybe a triple nation void. You know what I mean? That would open up a window to where it's possible that it could happen because those nations.
That is on the table too, so you know.
Oh, there's a reason why I brought that up. There was a reason why I brought that up. I won't say it all, but there's a reason why I brought that up. People have been talking.
Okay, fair enough.
Even though I took my break, trust me, my eyes are still open. I still see what's going on. I still see that idiot that's in my group trying to call me out and he's about to get kicked. Just saying. You know who you are.
That was kind of weird.
You know who you are. No, but so
That's funny.
if there is a triple nation void, guys, it ain't gonna be. You can't play void the way you play it now. You can't. You absolutely cannot.
Think of the gangbanging going on.
Yeah. Imagine your alliance going to hit another alliance, member, and then a whole nation's watching your alliance, and now you just opened all your bubbles. You ain't got enough to hide. You forgot to send your troops out. And these older people, they know how to tell what city didn't send their troops out to hide. They know how to say. They know how to tell that. That's easy. You're in nation. There's only one line going out, and that's the attack, and there ain't another one going to the ruins. Yeah, you're loaded, dude. You're loaded, and you'd be a target. Man, can you imagine that? Tip, can you imagine getting
The term
hit?
double tap will be revised.
Tip, can you imagine sending out and you being hit in the middle of attack by a whole other nation? Oh my god. Oh god. You would literally be like, I don't even know what to do. I need to keep my Titans out, do I bring them back?
I would hope they would do it in frenzy first, so people could get used to it.
Well, I mean, yeah, no one's gonna. I mean, there will be some that if this is true. Notice I have to say if. But if this is true, they have to test it out in frenzy first.
Correct.
I cannot see Camel just throwing everyone into the wolves right, on first shot. I can't see that happening. When that whole 709 thing happened with two lock nations, when it was I don't know if it was a test or if it was just a straight accident, but it lasted for 4 hours, and people got zeroed out. It was a frenzy too, but people got zeroed out. Like they were getting hit left and right from different nations. Like 709 was telling me that they didn't even know what the fuck to do. Like they go attack this one city and the whole other nation's hitting them. Like they didn't know what to do. Like it's a definitely definitely you ain't gonna play the game the same way. But that, in my eyes, would be like the third phase of the game. Like the game phase is moving on. Um, I think it'd be more fun, especially in those boring voids where everyone's scared to get hit. Fine, your nation don't want to fight. We're gonna fight these other people that will fight. You know what I mean? Oh man, this is gonna be. Oh, I just got a fucking Woody thinking about this. Sorry. Oh man. Okay, I gotta get back on track. I gotta get back on track. So, the people that are listening and heard what Tip said, I gotta pretend that I didn't hear it, but you heard what he said. That's exciting, dude. I can't. Now I'm excited.
I am too. We have 555 in Frenzy right now, and that's how I found out a lot of different things.
Well,
Uh,
Tip, just know that you said it, not me. You said it. Well,
I'm with you. Well, I never said who said what.
I know, but you said it, not me.
I'm not a VIP, or what do you call it? I'm not a vet. I ain't got
I,
nothing to lose. All they do is take my money.
you said it. You said it, not me.
I'll take all the credit for it, my
All
friend.
right.
I said I got more knowledge than that. But that being said, it's coming. It's going to be fun. Everybody stay positive. The game is constantly evolving. But again, at the end of the day, I do sincerely say this: don't kill the farmers. And
Yeah.
let them thrive
Well,
and
what
grow.
if it's a
And
32? What if it's a 32? Like if you're like in
I
that.
mean, yeah, I mean, I agree. You need to have a 34, 35, or 36, whatever it is. That needs to be your base. Or you need to
Yeah.
give them a time frame once you merge. Within 3 months or 6 months, you got to be this level. But give them the opportunity,
Let's
because
see.
again, I truly believe if this does go down, it will be your last.
Yeah.
So make the best of it. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Make the best of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like for instance, like whenever I set a date, like for say like 34 or 33 and below has to be T4s or so on and so forth. I set an actual date like October 31st. This is what's happening. I don't say in 3 months. I want it. No, it has to be a date so they know when that date comes. They know what to expect. Not like, well, you said this time. I still have a week. No, it's a 30. It's a 31st right now. Game over. But in
Yeah.
reality, if you're that player that if you don't think that you can make that first day, get rid of your shit and start building right off the bat. Don't wait till that last time. Get rid of your shit now and start building then. Like you start building as soon as possible. I mean, that's the
Well,
easiest way to do it. You just you
there's a lot of nations, Woody, that have those accounts that they're literally hand over for free just if you're active and willing to play.
That's true. That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
But that's
I
true.
mean,
But
we
that's
have
for
a number of them. I know a lot of nations that I know have a number of them that they're willing to, hand over to people if they're going to play and be active. So don't just give up. Reach out to an R5 or R4, and you'd be surprised what you find out.
yeah. All right, so we do got 1038 versus 968. So 1038 got that arms dealer Jesus. Is that what that's called? Oh, there's another donation. Thank you, right there. 1,999 coins. Thank you. Wow, wow, you guys are on a roll today. Thank you. But isn't this that arms dealer Jesus? I remember him having a name Jesus behind there. Kent, I know you're in here. I know you're in here, Kent.
I don't know, but you skip it mine.
Anyways, 1038, they got 140, 139, 137, handful of 36s, 35s, 34s, and we're going to their officers. 12-6 on Murder Matt, he's a 39, so I mean he's right where he should be as a 39, and then as a 40, a little bit behind, but he's still at that in the thousands. That's still fucking strong. You know what I mean? That's not something to sneeze at. So, oh, there's another one. There's another donation. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, they're just rolling in. Thank you so much.
Hey,
Wow.
Woody,
Yes.
you're skipping mine.
Oh yeah, you're okay. You'll be next. I'm sorry, man. I'm
I'm
sorry.
pissed.
Damn, I just skipped you. You're probably like, damn, I was next. Like we're in line and you skipped me. Okay, Titans 2. So they have a decent, and all their alliances are in the same. Literally, they're all the tops are in the same alliance other than this Maru guy. But I'm not. You don't be worried about this single guy, guys, or one or two. Don't get worried about that. It's you want to look like that. That's what you want. It's something like that. And they're going against 968. 968. We got to find them real quick, and then we got to jump back. 968. There's somewhere hidden in here. God, dude, now you got me super hyped. Okay, 966 got 140, 138,
My
230
bad.
hits. What's that?
My bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone's hyped now. Everyone's hyped. So, I mean, this is going to be a fairly decent trade off right here. All on the top alliances. Let's see what their officers look like. Same, right around the same officers. So, I mean, this is going to be straight power to power. Like, this is a fairly even matchup right here 1038 and 968. Let's see what their kills are. They killed. They like to fight. This is be interesting. This should be interesting. All right, we do have to jump back to 9. Where are you guys at? 961, I think it was. 961 versus 994. So we'll go to 961 real quick. 961.
Hey, just a quick question about that Three Nation Frenzy Void.
Yeah.
How would the matchup work? Like, who would be the host nation, or would it just be you'd be able to transport to like 3 different nations?
Yeah, I think that's what it'd be. You can jump through 3 nations. Like, this is something that we've been talking about for what, almost 2 years now. About a
Yeah,
year,
I remember
year and a half.
it, and you said something in a previous podcast or stream that it would possibly be something centered towards like a GC where everybody goes in and
No,
fights that way.
no, I can't see. I think it's going to be you can jump throughout 3 nations.
I mean,
And I think that
that'd be interesting.
yeah, and I think that would also probably um, filter out the lag because instead of everyone just being in 2 nations, um, it's gonna be separated into 3 nations. So the lag should be filtered out, scattered out versus only 2. Not saying that's exactly what it is, but what was that 994? 994. Okay. 994. 994. All right, right here. Boom. Let's see what you got cooking over here. Okay, okay. They got a 41, a 39, 237s, couple 30, 136, couple 35s. Actually, they got quite a bit of 35s. Okay, so their base, I'm going to say that their base is probably 34s. Yeah, their base is 34s and 35s. That ain't bad. Um, officers, 15-6. Ooh, he's strong. He is strong. 2.8. Titans, yeah, he's strong too. Is he kill? He's a killer. He's a killer. He's a killer. And who were they going up against? 961. Do you anyone know anything about 961? I don't know too much about the 900s. I know a couple of
Yeah, that's why I'm here trying to figure out some of them.
them. Gotcha. Okay, they're right here actually. 961. All right. Let's see what we got.
Who's the boss in that nation?
Jerome. So they got 241s, a 40, 237s. Ooh. So you guys had what a 30 or 40? Is your top player or was it a 41?
41, yeah.
41.
41. 139 and 138.
Okay, so but his stuff was at 15.
15. Yeah.
So even with these two together, like, because they can only fight a fleet, you know what I mean? They can only send one fleet. Even with these guys together, he would still beat them. Like in fleet for fleet. Like if they tag teamed him, he'd still be able to win that one. And that's scary. And the only reason I know that is because I went up against Jason and Anton Kim at the same time. And the officer difference was similar to how this is, and I beat them both at the same time, tag teaming.
Hmm. Interesting.
Now, have him experiment that. Don't have him fucking going in, um, balls to the wall thinking it's going to happen, because a simple AI can change that around real quick,
Right.
real quick. Um, but I mean,
All right.
they do like to fight, so I think this is going to be a towers match, because I guarantee you, they're looking at you guys as officers right now, and they're like, ooh, ooh, don't want to get hit by that guy, and these guys can easily be zeroed out. Um, 72 for him at for you guys, he can pop that. If those Titans are out, he can burn that in one hit. Same with this guy right here. So these guys will have to be careful. Then what was your guys' BP at, if you don't mind me asking, your top guy?
133, something like that. 123.
So he'll need to be careful too, because he can get popped as well.
Yeah.
But will they try is a different story. Like
Yeah.
some people are like, oh man, fuck that, I'm not even gonna try. But I mean, it's frenzy. Try it. Give it a swing. You
Oh,
never know.
100%.
Even
Yeah.
like I say, even if you lose, you figure out what your alliance capabilities are able to do. I
This
guarantee.
is yeah. This is what it's for, fancy.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know how many all these older nations, they had a time where they did exactly what I'm telling you to do. They didn't just go balls to the wall their very first void and either win or lose. No, they tested it out, and they figured out that they can win it or lose it, and in frenzy. And when they figured out that they were able to win it in frenzy, they're like, okay, now we're gonna bring this to the next step and see what we can do in void.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
and you guys is right now are sitting at 1-7, 1-7. So wow, this is literally fucking dead even. Like, you're talking about only 1 million difference. Look at this, guys. 1 million difference. Like, woohoo.
Mhm. Yeah. I wonder how it's gonna look like once we.
It's gonna be honestly, it's gonna be fighting the towers. That's exactly what it's gonna be. You guys are gonna be
Yeah.
tower fighting. So
Yeah.
be sure to be online. Um, I would personally set your truce time up for the last, was it last 6 hours? I
Yeah.
would
Probably. Correct.
I
Yeah.
would, my personal thing is, I would set it up for the last 6 hours. So if they can't make those points and that 6 hours come, they're gonna have to fight you. Like, there is no
Mhm.
more okay, we can get points at a tower because they're offline. No, they're gonna have to fight you to win it.
Yeah.
So that's
That's.
that's that's kind of why I like to do it the way, the last
Oh.
6 hours. Some people like to do it the first, but I don't know. That's my,
Exactly.
and try to set
Yeah.
your all your alliances the top three with the same truce time. You don't
Hundred
want
percent.
you don't want your number two alliance having a separate time truce as yours, and you're watching them just get freaking smoked, and you can't do anything about it. That's that's the worst thing. You're just watching them give away the win by doing that. So I wish you guys luck. But
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
no problem. Moving on to 914 and 949. 914. Matter of fact, I remember seeing this guy. He was showing a video clip of his man cave in the snow, um, from 914 Dill Pickle. Yeah, see, Dill? You see, dude? I pay attention. He's probably like, what are you
Hey,
sitting
good
there?
morning, Woody.
Hey, good morning. Are you in your man cave right now?
No, I'm actually at the landfill.
Oh, shit. Totally went the opposite way. Are you in 914
um,
or 949?
yeah, I'm
914.
914.
All right, all
It
right.
seemed like a real bad matchup this time that Camel made. I don't think this other nation has a very good chance.
Well, I mean, the distance between 914 and 949. I mean, you guys are right in the ballpark. Kimmel can't. They can't just be like, well, they're BP. They're a little behind, so let's get. They're
But my city in there is Klaus.
you're Klaus, so you're at 38.
Yeah.
That looks like
Then we got Tycho. He's our whale.
that your city looks like the cost of your RV in the backyard. Yeah.
Probably.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. So, are you guys winning it right now?
No, right now we're losing the farming events and monster events, but I think once KE comes, it's probably over. I think their biggest city is a 37 with 6 million.
Well, let's check it out. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Have you guys done your recruiting yet?
No, that's
Okay, so
tomorrow.
that's going to be the difference maker right there is the recruiting. If I was going to say if you guys already did your recruiting and you're losing, they might just all bubble and stay bubbled and try to get the win that way. Other than the towers.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's
sometimes I do forget that it is frenzy. I want to check out and see 949 now. See what you got up against because you got that 41 that's decent, and you got you as well. Was that 949? Yeah.
I don't think it's a gimme, but it looked like they're gonna have to work really hard when it comes to killing our towers.
Well, I'm gonna say one thing. Don't ever underestimate. Yeah, this is. Yeah, they're not gonna win this one. I was gonna say don't ever underestimate, but uh, okay. So tell your alliance and your nation not to be overconfident. Okay,
Exactly, absolutely.
like you guys got the win. Save your speed, save your heals, so on and so forth. GC's right around the corner. If you got the win, you got the win. Whatever, let it be. Don't open boxes. Don't do that, because that can really suck. But yeah, I think you got the winner here. Like they are a little behind. Are they in
Yeah.
Civil War or something?
I didn't notice it when I was looking around their nation. Um,
Well, I mean, what day is it today? Don't judge me. It's only Thursday and they already got bubbles up. Oh man, I don't know. They might be in Civil War. They might be because it's only Thursday and they got bubbles up already. Well, yeah, they got bubbles up already. All the
it could be. It could be. Hard to say without sending a city over there.
yeah, you know that, and see, here's the thing. This is what makes them dangerous right here, is that every single one of their players have the troops to where they can hide them. So that makes them dangerous
What?
if they take that route.
Sure.
Meaning, there could be a lot of wasted speeds if you picking up what I'm laying down.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the towers, they either gonna let you have the points or they're gonna fight you for it, and that's the way it's gonna have to be. Um,
I think there'll be at least one good battle, and then after that, they'll probably just let us empty the towers.
that's usually how it works.
Yeah.
That's
So
usually how it works. Usually they challenge you, and if they lose badly, I mean, if it's close, they'll probably try it again. But if they lose like a lot and very badly, they're probably like, "No, it's over. We already lost. It was over before we started." Um, and unfortunately, that does happen. All right. I wish you guys luck.
hey, thanks.
I do.
Appreciate you reviewing it.
Hey, no problem, no problem. I do got to move on though. So 52 versus Nation One. I wonder that's one of the old nations that I played in. That's Nikki's old nation. So let's check out 52. And here's the thing: 52 ended their war, their civil war. Finally, after 4 years, they finally ended their civil war, and they're getting along. It's kind of scary, but they're getting along. So with that being said, you know how dangerous they were while they were in civil war. Well, they're gonna be super dangerous now. Like I almost wonder how they're gonna end up in GC if how that's gonna work. I do want to check and see if actually let's check and see what their officers are real quick. Jeez, 19.2. I know Striker. I know what city that is. That's the Sayaz city. Yeah, that's a strong city. That's a strong ass city. Anyone, Olympia, see you in here? Here you are. I see you.
Yep, I was here.
Are you looking forward to it? Hello? You looking forward to this frenzy?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
um, I'm was gonna say I used to play a different game,
Okay.
and we would be merged into somewhere not on the map for 7 days, and there was states in one.
So you used to play State of Survival.
Age of no, Zombie Sage it was called, but it's not open now. Stopped playing.
Okay. Well, I mean, you guys are now you're playing AOO, and
It was called The Lost World, where we were all merged into one place with 5 states for a week, and the commander would take place there on a 3-day kill.
oh, those are good. Those I remember when they used to have 3-day kills events back in AOO times. Those are the good old days. Now it's you get one day to do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not as fun as it used to be.
So are you guys? You guys are your nation in 52 is back to where it should be. You guys, the Civil War is over. You guys are working as
Yeah, peace is good,
like
going well at the moment, and no attacks really on the top 6 alliances.
wow. That's So how do you think you're gonna you score off in GC now? You guys think you have a chance?
Um, I wouldn't say we'd probably beat 255. They're pretty strong,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're doing pretty well in against other states.
I'm shocked right now. Like I remember looking past in the 52 before, and it used to be just bubbles, seas of bubbles, and to where now, like you don't even gotta. People are not even bubbling. Like this is amazing.
513 is in Civil War, which they hadn't had before, because people are just chucking, points away, even if they lose an attack on the top alliance. They're still attacking because of points, and they want to be first. So yeah, the top player in that state ain't happy and started civil war.
You said a nation one.
513. 513.
513. Okay, so yeah, so they got the people that are just trying to fight for the tyrant, basically.
Points. Yeah, and
Uh,
then, even though they lose, they still kept going for that and then just chucking the points away, basically.
you know, that right there is sad because, and I'm gonna say why. I'm gonna say why. It's because if you have the same tyrant every single time, it kind of like doesn't let the second ranked player or the third ranked player have a chance to even want to
No.
go.
And we go up
Tip,
against Leg Dog a lot.
Tip,
Leg God.
Tip. What are you laughing at?
Oh shit! Am I on speaker?
Yeah.
Sorry. If you look at chat, you'll see. Sorry, my bad.
All right.
I was gonna say, if you're laughing that hard, you gotta let us all in on the joke.
Yeah. Like what?
It's in chat.
Oh man, you're gonna make
Your
me.
chat.
You are gonna make me scroll down, aren't you? Jump to present. What are we laughing at? Ended Civil War and have lost 5 boys nonstop. What? Oh, there's Nikki right there, Nikki. So I mean, you guys have lost 5 wars, not voids nonstop, or since the Civil War ended?
52, do you mean?
Yeah, 52.
Um, SS1's still giving away points as usual, defending. They've not changed in that way, but then quite a few of their players, the strong ones like Yay and Alert, have moved to ED1.
So my question is this: if Civil War ended, then I th- you would think SS1 would be like, hey, let's try to work together as a team versus dropping bubbles and um, giving points away.
Yeah. They're more a defender than a attacking alliance.
So basically, if that keeps up, I can probably hint that Civil War is
It'll
probably going to kick
start
back
war
on.
probably again.
Oh
Yeah.
man, and that's what makes sad about that is that
The
Just the Tip was just talking about
the controller for the fan here is broken.
okay.
It works, but the
Anyways, Tip was just talking about what's possibly going to be happening in the ancient nations. And man, that would suck. A civil war to happen
Yeah,
if you guys get
it
that.
would.
Yeah, that I think that at that point, like, um, I don't even know what to say. Like, well, I hope it doesn't happen, but I can't
I'm
promise it
glad
won't.
I didn't drop
Hey,
shield like the others straight away though, because a new update of rules come out, and well, they didn't update the R4s or R5s, so when it comes to kill and clean up of purge, when the hobbies usually say 6 hours before void shield, it was 12 hours changed at the last second practically. So a lot of
Someone
hob
just
got zeroed out.
hold on. Someone just donated another 19.99 worth of AOZ coins. Thank you, whoever did that. You were saying that. Can you repeat that one more time? I apologize.
When purge starts,
Yeah.
well, ED1 Hob and Zoo used to be, say, 6 hours shield before Void and Frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
But who changed the rules? They changed the rules at the last second and put it to 12 hours before Void and Frenzy. So we had to shield, but a lot of Hob got wiped out, even the R4s.
I mean, when it comes to like shield and bubbling, it should be either a 1 day or a 2 day. Not
They didn't give the warning out early enough and didn't have time to chat to all the R4s and R5s.
well. I mean, this should be like 2 days or 3 days warning or something like that. Sometimes, like
Yeah,
it can't
so a
be
lot of
like
recipes
last minute decision. You can't like people are asleep and sometimes they're not going to be online when that rule's been
from
made.
the workroom and
Yeah.
all that. So
what do
yeah,
you
even a
guys
lot
do
of
for
recipes got hit out.
what do you do for your nation as far as shielding before any
So
key?
the way that my nation is this: you got 2 hours to bubble. The first hour, your alliance is supposed to kick their own and burn their own. The second
Yep.
hour, the last hour, um, open to the nation to be attacked. So
Okay.
if you have all your R5s and they're on board and you all have the same thoughts about winning and the same momentum of where your nation wants to be, that R5, if it's the right R5, is going to follow through and they're going to kick. They're probably going to wait for like the last 5 minutes, then kick and burn. I get that. Do you want to give
Yep.
that last minute? I get that. I get that. Or if like just he's going to be up 10 minutes after the time, you message the first alliance, you give them that extra 10 minutes. I get that. There's little side deals. But that a good R5 has to be able to um, kick and burn. Like, they have to be able to do that. Obviously, if it's a 41, it's always fighting, and you ain't gonna do shit to him because he's your fighter, he's your warrior. It happens. But like, if it's like someone that's like a 34 and it's a repeat offense, it's time to pull the panties up and get done what needs to get done. Someone's about to have a lot of resources.
Right. Exactly. That's your week of collecting right there.
Yeah, and that's I mean, and honestly, those kind of are um, like baseline rules to the game. Like I know it's not written down anywhere, but that's usually how it goes throughout the entire game. Um, the only difference I have is like the first hour, uh, your own kicks and burns, and then the second hour is open to the nation. Like I don't know. I gave my alliances their chance, and they've proven to where they're able to do it. So I don't really got to worry about my second rank alliance anymore.
52 is different.
This is true.
ED1 attacks and cleans up POB if they haven't shielded, and we try and get a hold of them and give them a scout first.
Mhm.
And if they don't shield in time, then they get zeroed. ED1L 0 Hob, or Hobble 0 ED1 if it comes to the time. So it's different in 52.
Yeah, it just seems like 12 hours is a really long time to pre-bubble.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, and it
these
was changed
you got to
fast without even telling anyone
you got
of
to
the
also
R4.
you also got to remember like these the older nations such as 52, they've been around, almost since the beginning. So with that being said, like they should already know. They should have already known. Like it's not like, oh, this isn't the first day that they played. Like they should have already known that Void's coming. Put a bubble up 12 hours beforehand. Not set your alarm. They should already know. It's like, but
Some don't seem to learn though. No matter how
Isn't that
many
crazy?
times you tell them not to farm and to bubble, they don't seem to learn.
well,
Quite a
unfortunately,
few.
they learn once that. I guarantee their bubble comes up after they get hit.
Isn't that
Yeah,
funny? After you zero them out, then they bubble. Every 2 weeks, I get messages. Why'd you zero me? Every 2 weeks, it's the same thing.
So are
now
you
I find it ridiculous all the times we've played this and they still don't follow the rules properly.
now 52 is going up against Nation 1. Are you guys worried about it or
I think it's going to be a tough fight and maybe a bit boring.
well, I mean they got a lot of 41s. They got
Yeah, you got to catch them right.
you got to catch them, with their pants down. I hate to say it like that.
Yeah,
Like, and when I say whip my pants down, that means like Titans and playing her out. Like
yeah, true.
that's
It's
well,
going to be a tough one, I know that.
yeah, tough, long, and boring. Of course, you got the towers. I like the towers because it actually puts some kind of makes things interesting if you are able to fight back and forth. Of course,
Yeah, that is, and it's around about the same points defending against attacking.
right, but well,
Woody, can I add a couple comments about the pre-void purge?
yeah,
I think one of the things that nation leaders should take into account is that there are low spend and free to play players who are relying on grinding out like gold or 8-hour bubbles from the alliance shop. And so you should take that into account with the rules. I mean, for many of us, like I just throw a 3-day shield on before void just in case because I know it'll carry me over. But if you have lower spender players, they're often relying on alliance shop shields, which is maxed at 8 hours. Oh, and I forgot there's that update now where you get an 8-hour shield. I just don't use them. So
I
I
forgot
think
about
that's
that.
something that you should take into account. Another thing that you have to take into account is how long does it take your cleaning crew to effectively clean your nation? And if you build up a system of cleaning, you can eventually get that number down to below 8 hours, which I think can be helpful and also shows that you're taking into account, players who aren't big spenders. And then I think your responsibilities as a top alliance versus a second or third alliance are different. For the top alliance, I think that it is okay to make some concessions for players if it's a first time offense or if it is someone who is routinely producing a lot for the nation because you don't want to lose that player. But the tricky part for a top alliance R5 is, I think that the most effective consequences are, typically the top alliance is the one who's enforcing the rules. it's best for that top alliance to enforce the rules even more stringently against
Yep.
themselves because it forestalls any claims of favoritism. But what you need to get across to your nation is also that there are certain players whose contribution via their spending is one of the reasons that the nation will be successful. And losing those players, there's kind of a risk reward balance that a top alliance R5 has to make because oftentimes the top alliance R5 is, or the top alliance is really the caretaker of the nation, and they're the ones driving forward the nation plan and how to be successful. For the second and third alliances, unfortunately, in many cases where there's a big power disparity between the top alliance and the second and third alliances, your job as the R5 is to protect your entire alliance and not just the player who didn't bubble. So you have to be extremely harsh in enforcing those rules on your own alliance members, because if the top alliance decides that there are too many bubble drops or there's too much point leaking, there's a risk that they will decide to dissolve the alliance. That's an extremely big risk for the third alliance as well. And so I would caution R5s or leadership of second and third alliances, especially third alliances, that you need to take into account the well-being of your entire alliance over the individual players and make explicitly clear the expectations and the consequences. And there will still be complaints, but if you convey consequences at the same time that you explain the expectations, it minimizes or mitigates the amount of complaining, because at the end of the day, the player only has themselves to blame. And it wasn't personal, the consequences. It's just that the leadership was enacting the consequences that were agreed upon at the same time that the rules were established.
Agreed.
So I think it's a different calculus depending on which alliance you're in. And there has to be some wiggle room in nation rules to take into account player contribution. And that is, fundamentally unfair, but there has to be some wiggle room in your rules in order to move forward and be successful as a nation.
Well, see, here's the problem: is that some people they don't want to follow the rules because then they think, well, rules are for tyrants, and but what people need to understand is the rules that you have for your nation is not to protect the whales. It's to protect you, uh, farmers or not so big cities, to protect you from the whales. Like, I know this sounds very tyranty, but in reality, it is this: is that the whales. They're all, guys. This is gonna sound horrible, but I'm gonna just say it. The whales are allowing you to play with them. At any point in time, they can burn your entire alliance down. I know that sounds horrible, but I mean it's true. So by simply just following what he says, he's gonna leave you alone. He's gonna let you grow, do whatever you want to do. Um, all you gotta do is bubble. It's not hard.
Unless you want to live in a shield for the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're gonna live in a shield if you're that person in nation chat talking. Oh, I'm not gonna follow it. Well, it's I hate to say it, it's either you're gonna follow the rules or you're gonna live in a bubble talking smack on in nation chat, which you're probably gonna be blocked. And
And one day your shield will fall and you'll have five leads coming at you.
I mean,
You guys know you're right, but also everybody that needs to hear this doesn't get on Discord. Like, you're totally right about everything, but that's the problem. These guys don't want to educate themselves, so they never even hear this.
well, I mean,
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
here's a
There's morons who don't even come out the nation. All they know is the nation, nothing outside the nation.
well, here's the thing that all the players that are in here and people that are watching is copy the YouTube link and share it to your alliance.
I agree, bro. I send it for
like
sure. I
that.
mean,
I
you guys
mean,
definitely taught
this
me stuff.
and there's more than just me out there. You got Nikki out there. You got Raz out there. If he does decide to come back, you got all these newer players out there. You got Rooter out there. You got Tub out there. A lot of YouTubers out there, and they're gonna tell you exactly the same. I mean, they're all. A lot of them have different languages too. So I mean, it just is something that if someone says, "Well, I don't go on Discord or I ain't go on YouTube or I'm not going to go on Viber," well, I mean, in that case, the tools are supplied. If they don't go there and they don't want to take the time out of their, their special life or their busy schedule to at least listen to what like these huge players and huge successful nations are saying to do, I mean, at that point, it's no one else's. You can only blame themselves. Like, let's be real. Like, I hate to sugarcoat something, but I mean, if someone in my nation and my whole entire nation knows that if it's void, and a bubble drops, I'm coming if I see you. Like, if your bubble's dropped and I'm seeing they hit you and you got troops in there, so I'm sending 5 fleets towards you. Like, I might not get that first one, but I promise you, I'm getting in there. Like,
And I
you're,
think the point is, Woody, is like many top players are playing to win. And as long as you do not impact negatively their chances of winning, they are not going to give you much thought. And I think for many folks, being able to grow peacefully in between kill events is a luxury. And so the way that you maintain that peace is by everyone playing their roles. And so you have to think about what your role is in the nation. But, it's pretty simple that if you do not cause a loss or you don't cause problems, then you'll probably be left alone.
Yeah.
But I think for those smaller players
The response to that from people is, I don't give a fuck. Who told you to spend money? You're dumb enough to spend in a game. I don't care. Blah blah blah. Yeah, la la. That's the usual response you get.
See, here's
Yeah, and there are some people who are just trolls and that they will be difficult to work with. But, I'm going to echo a comment that Lumberg said from like a year or two ago. Sometimes a like reasonable conversation can be had and you can figure out a way to move forward because, a troll problem, it takes time and energy and I don't really want the hassle. And if it gets big enough, it can actually sway, it can start to impact your event scores. But I think sometimes a personal conversation can, with that little extra effort at the beginning, you can avoid more headache down the line.
Oh, dude, it's not just trolls. Some people are genuinely just dumb. Like, genuinely, they're not a troll. They're just genuinely like, oh, I'm not spending, so I don't care. Why should I follow your rules? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, by the way, Big Bird, can you stop hitting me in Polar, please? Stop speeding me and hitting me, you bully. What's wrong with you?
Every time I see you speeding, I'm like, oh shit, I got to get there too.
This guy, every time he sees me in Polar, oh my god, he has to come after me. Why?
That's all part of. That's all because he knows that you're the threat. That's why.
And you know the worst part is, Woody,
It's a compliment,
I'm killing like 6 of them, and then he turns up and makes me lose.
Yep. Dude,
it's a compliment.
I know exactly how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. No joke. I know exactly.
I tried to tell my nation based on like the advice you guys always give. I tried to tell my nation. I'm not saying this is a perfect example, but I tell them they can be like a level 1 player where you just play in your alliance, have a good time, and then ignore everything else. And you can be a level 2 player where you actually care about the whole nation, or you can be a level 3 player and you can go to Discord and you can talk to other nations. And so these guys that want to be level 1, they cry about the rules, and I say go to Discord, find any other winning nation. Let's look at their rules. We'll adopt them if they're better. But they don't care. They just reply, well, I'm top 20 or I'm top 50 in the strongest commander. So what about that? And it's just like, okay, man, you want to remain ignorant and you just want to point at your own personal score, but this is a team game. Time to go goat. Just be like goat and burn them all. I don't know what else to do.
And unfortunately, I think that when we try to explain to these players. We'll call them free to play players. Is this is that the your whales in
And
your
stop
nation?
crying, please.
The whales in your nation
Yes.
are literally they are spending money to win. They're very competitive.
No, you need your coat
Hey
today,
Boogeyman, I'm gonna mute you real quick. Hey Boogeyman.
honey. If you're
Anyways, they're spending a lot of money to win, Void, Frenzy, so on and so forth. And when they got that lead, just remember they have spent money to get that lead. All right. So when they have that lead and they feel like okay, I can let off, I can put my freaking wallet down, so on and so forth. It's a relief. I don't know how to. It's a relief to be able to do that. So when you're that person that says, "I'm going to try to get some points because we got the lead," and then you end up turning it to now you're losing. Now that whale has to reopen that wallet, buy more speeds, more heals, more ports, so on and so forth, to gain back those points that you just lost him. And if you are a free to play player and you don't spend money, jump in his shoes and wonder how much is this going to cost me to get what this person just lost. And how would I feel if I was that person that did jump in there, and put that kind of money for the win, and I just lost it for him? You're probably gonna want to burn him. I don't know if I explained that right, but
The
No, you're
problem and
right,
the
man.
disconnect with that is the people that don't understand and have never been there they'll never get it until they're there. That's the problem. There's the disconnect.
well, unfortunately, that disconnect. It's like this. You don't like being burned, right? Well, imagine that's how it feels for us. If your city got burned, you lost all those troops. Now you got to spend all money or time. Okay, let's say time. You got to spend what, a year to get those million troops back. Well, now we got to spend a couple $1,000s to get the win back, and that's not what we like to
Well,
do.
that's exactly how I was trying to explain it to the nation. And I feel like when someone when people come through and bleed all these troops or bleed all these points, and then we have to go so hard to go after it and we lose our troops. It's like it's not like we're trying to compare our troops for their troops. It's not like we're trying to say we're better than them. It's just consideration. So like if we're spending an extra two, per void or whatever, just to get the win, and then we end up sacrificing 10, 15 million BP because we're trying to get the win. Well, then they're like, oh, well, why did you zero me? Why did you hit me? And I'm like, well, what you were doing was sacrificing my troops in the same regard. So there's really no difference. I'm just punishing you just like you punished me, that type of thing.
Pretty
And
much.
so I want you to have some consideration in the future, or I'm gonna have to do this. It's terrible, terrible.
Right.
The in consideration that people just do not have.
But the difference is our knowledge of the game and their knowledge of the game is different because when you hit a small city and you burn them because you're doing it for that, the first thing they do is get angry at you for doing it. If I left my shield down and got burned before a void, I'd go, "Oh man, that was stupid of me." I'm not angry at anybody, right? Like I totally get it.
Because you know
There's the
that was
difference.
because you already know that was your bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's on me. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at someone else
But the
because they
dumb, you know,
did
what the
it.
dumb thing is though, they will rather the other nation burn them. When they get burnt by the other nation, oh, my shield failed. Okay, but
That's
you got burn them. Oh, why did you burn me? Well, I got you. I got there before the other guys. Oh, it's a massive thing.
Yeah, it's like
Or when the other guy
it's like
zeroes you, oh,
trash.
it's fine. It was just another nation.
Yeah, and then they call you a
And
tyrant for burning them before a void or a frenzy. And I'm like,
Oh
no,
yeah.
oh,
no.
they'll say things like, "Oh, you ruined our trust. You ruined the trust. You ruined our, like I
You
hate
ruined my
you."
life.
Well, literally, like this is what I hear. I effing hate you. That's what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's freaking the most ridiculous thing in the world. I'm so tired of it. It's like
so.
there's no
The
reason
one
to
I the
hate
one I've been
me in the
hearing
first.
recently is, bro, why couldn't you just send one fleet? Why did you have to send 5?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because you have five fleets worth of troops in there.
If I had 7,
Well,
I'd be
and
sending 7.
the real bleed,
Bro,
guys.
I would have got the message if you just sent 1. No, because you didn't shield.
Yeah, you didn't bubble. I got in you.
Even after the 5. Even after the 5 finished, you didn't shield. So I had to send 5 more.
Yeah. All right, guys, I do got to move.
The real bleed.
We got to keep moving on. We got many. So we have 379 and 400. So we're gonna go. I'm already ready at 379, which is Marcus Notorious. This guy is super strong, guys. If you ever go up against him, he is definitely a strong guy. Sit at 1600 officer, and guys, their officers alone are super strong. I believe this is a nation that hit. What was his name? He's in 594. Wow, is he really coming down irrelevant to me now? Monkey, Zen Monkey. Sorry, Zen. But I believe these are the guys that zeroed him out. I could be wrong. And Grim, you in here still? Can you verify that?
Marcus is strong.
I know he is. He's super strong.
Yeah, it was Marcus.
So that was
Hey
Marcus.
Woody, what's the high point of officer power now? Like, what's the primo officer power now? Is it 16?
No, no.
I've seen 19.
Yeah, I've seen 19 as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So it goes up there, but you got to
Can
remember.
you touch 20, or is no one there yet?
I think since this new officer equipment came out, I think Ronaldo hit 20 or Ligad hit 20. But
Okay.
you got to remember that anything past, I'm gonna say now 17 or 17.5 is just those officers that no one really levels up. You know what I mean? Like
Directors.
the directors or
Yeah.
Directors.
yeah. So with that being said, if they're capping that max 19 or 17, we'll just say 17 for now. If they're capping 17, 17.5, their officers are max. So that's something you need to be careful of, and you don't know what their build is. So that's definitely something you also got to be careful of. But like this nation, they got 441s and all the way up to 1040s and up, and the 39s are they can zero out a 350 million BP city at the caliber of my strength. So whoever's got them, which is 400, walk in there with caution because they are fighters. I know this nation personally. They are fighters. They will not back down, and they will not just bubble up and go for a win. No, they're gonna fight you. They are gonna fight you, and they're gonna come with numbers. So let's check out 400. Let's see who.
The awesome part about that is that's what the game's meant for.
Yeah.
Not bubbles. It's meant for fighting.
Bubbles, in my opinion, bubbles. I mean, obviously, if you're in the ancient nations, yeah, you're gonna need it. But like, I go through more 2-hour bubbles than I do anything. The only time I use a 1-day bubble for myself is when I'm logging off.
You're going to bed.
Yeah, going to bed. Other than that, a 2-hour bubble, start searching for another city. All right, they're going up against 400. Let's see what 400's got cooking. Oh, that's Gladdy's Nation. Oh, wow, they got 641s. I know Gladdy. Me and Gladdy are pretty good. Gladdy's strong, too. And Led Zeppelin. Wow, they got 1141s.
That's impressive.
Whoa. So I think 379 might have their hands full in this one. 1640s and above. And 2339s and above. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, so Marcus has got Gladdy beat on the officers by far.
2 million.
Yeah, 2 million. Because remember, he was at 16, I think it was at 16.5.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel a sneeze coming on. Hold on.
That's going to be, you're going to want some popcorn to watch that battle. That's going to be a good fight between
That's
those
going to
two.
be a good. Yeah, Gladdy's a fighter. I remember going against Gladdy before, and he's a fighter. Rexy's a fighter. Led Zeppelin's a fighter. Yeah, this is going to definitely be an interesting fight between these two. Some big battles.
Yeah, Woody. The big difference with 400 is they're split. They've got 2 strong alliances, but not a single strong alliance like 379. So that may make a difference.
Have what's going on with that? Like Glady usually always pushed for number one alliance, like everyone in the top alliance. From as long as I've known Glady, he's she, I believe, is a girl. I take that back. I believe she said that everyone's gonna all the top players in the top alliance.
So we always talk about super alliances, and that's the strength of everything. But here's a question: what if you had two alliances of all the top players that worked together really well? I mean, is
Well,
that going to be more dangerous than a single alliance because you can double up on hits and stuff?
right, but if that first alliance can't penetrate
That's
the
true.
the first alliance, then having two separate alliances is trash. Like it's not gonna work. Like
Okay.
the whole main goal of having that super alliance is being able to penetrate the enemy nation super alliance. Uh, you can ask Just a Tip. Just a Tip was in here. Their nation they split for a while, and they came to a conclusion that it can't be done. And the people that they're going up against, it just can't be done. They have to make that super alliance again, and like bygones be bygones. And since that, they've been fucking winning and fucking just outpowering everyone.
Okay.
So I mean, it's important, very important. Maybe now that you guys are just now starting to see some of the 300s and you got split nations like this, you might be able to pull it off. But you start seeing some of those nations that do have that top alliances, everyone in the top alliance, you're gonna have a real struggle against them. This is definitely going to be an interesting fight. I would love to hear what happens in the end because, yeah, it's going to be tough. I like Glady, but I think 379 might have that one in the bag. Only because they have all their top players in one alliance and there's 400 split. That's my thought. And then we got 513 and 732. One of my favorite nations, 732. So 513. Now we get to look for it. Right here. I got lucky. I got lucky. 513. You got DMAC. I have heard of DMAC before. Um, I've heard a couple of these guys actually. Oh, we have a new subscriber, Jesse. Hey, Jesse, thank you for subscribing. Uh, they got 241s, they got 340s, 139, 438s, and a handful, a lot of 37s. But let's see what their officers are. 14. I mean, that ain't bad. That's a 40. That's a 40. Okay, so what are their so their 41s at 13. That's about where he should be. They ain't bad. They ain't bad. So they got some power behind them. Are they fighters? They are fighters. Do they have everyone in the same alliance? There's
No, they have around about 3 top alliances.
okay. Yeah. Oof. Oh, maybe they make. No, they're too split. They're too split up. Yeah, they're just too split up.
DMAC thinks this war will make 513 merge. I said you can forget that for some time.
Well, so I know 732. I know them personally, and they're strong. Um, yeah, we'll check out 732, and I'll show you what I mean. They're strong. So I think DMAC might have an eye opener. Because they have these guys have gone 732 has gone against a lot of these very strong nations, older nations, and they have pulled W's off. Um,
Yeah.
yes, no, they really have.
He's going to have to watch himself then.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to because they will team attack. That's something that 732 does take pride in. That they will they'll come together and they will team attack you. They have.
He's fed up of losing Void, so that's why he started this.
Well, you guys are.
Civil War.
Well, I mean, they already got. Is Raz here? Raz, is that you? I thought I heard him. I thought I heard him. He came in and laughed, didn't he?
I thought that was him as well.
Dang.
Who's Pepsi Man?
That's Pepsi Man.
I mean, because Nutty was the strong one.
Well, now you got Pepsi Man.
I know, but I'll tell you what. Like I can hit ABS and beat ABS, but Nutty used to be the strong one, and then all of a sudden Pepsi Man, he went crazy.
I know
Like
exactly. I know exactly who it
he
is.
was like a sleeper.
I know exactly who he is.
Did he just change his picture or like?
There he is.
There he is. Raz. Did he leave again, didn't he? He's so trolling. I missed him. Yeah, I know who Pepsi Man is.
Who is he?
He used to have
I just remember this nation, and I don't remember this being like this. So I'm wondering if he's a new guy.
Nope.
Or if he's
just a different picture, different name. I know exactly who it is.
You got a corporate sponsor.
What nation is that? What are you looking at?
732. I just say that he used to have a yellow icon.
Everybody knows who that is. Come on. Bro, that's somebody trolling you with audio.
Yeah,
that's not the real Raz.
I gotta see.
That's definitely not Raz. Someone's just playing it.
We know it's not Raz. Raz has never stopped talking in his life when he's on here.
Now you're gonna have me looking to see who it is.
Archie? Is that Archie?
Of course it is.
Yeah, that's Archie.
He just recently changed that then.
Goat, stop it. Stop, Goat. Respect my life.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Archie got strong really fast.
Archie was Archie a week ago in the last Iron Blood.
He's super strong.
I know, but I'm telling you, like he literally like went way crazy here. Like in the last 4 months, he's had a huge growth spurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know his numbers because he zeroed me.
I was his punching bag in the mines, so like he was definitely using me as a punching bag to get stronger, and he's real close to me right now. I'll tell you that right now. If not stronger, he's strong. But so with that being said, 513, their city amounts. They come in numbers. Okay, I just leave it at that. They'll come in numbers, and they are very organized when it comes to. I know you see a couple different ones in a different nation, a different alliance, but ABS and PIB are very in click with each other, if that makes sense. I just say, you know how we are in here talking. Well, imagine fighting a void with everyone that's in the nation in here like this fighting void. So communication, communication is very key, and they can just, they know what they're doing. So
it's funny. We got a Diet Pepsi in our alliance now. I wonder if they're related.
I was looking for a certain name, but I was looking at Grim Reefers, but I was waiting for a different name.
Who's ABS?
ABS.
I've been back and forth with him in the mines a lot, and we're like right next to each other. Like some days he beats me, some days I beat him. But I'm trying to figure out who.
I believe that's Air.
Okay.
I'm waiting for Grim Reaper to turn his name to Queen Creefador or something like that. Anyways, we're gonna move on. Be
Did
careful.
Air quit?
What's that?
Did Air quit?
I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I really don't know. That's been. I don't know.
I like that guy.
He's a good guy. He
I
is.
like that guy in Cali.
Cal. Cal is Cal strong.
Yeah.
Nutty and Cal. They're a good team. I'll tell you that. I wish 513 and 732 luck. I hope some good battles go on. I hope no fighting. I mean, no bubbling. I
Thank
hope,
you, Woody.
yeah, and like literally just have fun because I guarantee you they're gonna have fun with you. Um,
Yeah,
it's frenzied. They don't
I
care
don't
about
think
winning
it's
or
going to
losing.
be boring in this state this time. Usually we're up against Lead God a lot of times.
Yeah, Led God. Yeah, he's not forgiving. Not forgiving.
He's definitely a tough one, and none of the top alliances will try hitting him.
Well, I mean, there are some that will, but there's not many out there that can.
513 wouldn't, though, because
No,
he's too much for them.
he's too much for a lot of people. He's too much for our nation. Like it took um, Syndicate to be able to test him, and down in 219. So I mean, it takes to be able to hit someone at his caliber. You got to be someone, and then when I'm not talking shit, but you got to be someone to be able to do that.
I wonder what Sayer's base and Lead God would be like.
I think Lead God is stronger because Lead God is completely maxed out. Like
Oh boy,
he has nothing else to upgrade.
that's a big risk. Then that would be
Yeah,
a good fight to have in Frenzy to see who beats who.
I think so. I think that would be, but I also think that ED1 would try that, would try at Legat City, and I think Legat knows that.
Maybe a speed attack.
I think it has to be a planned attack. Like it has to be
Yeah,
because you literally would have to enter in all at the same time. You couldn't trickle in there. He's too strong um, to be trickled into because the second someone comes in, he's killing. Like he'll kill a whole fleet within 2 seconds.
oh
So if
boy.
you yeah, so if you don't just come in all at once, like he's got like almost 600 million BP. So I mean, you're talking like he's got like almost 40 million troops waiting for that. So like
That's
600,
ridiculous.
yeah. So you're gonna have to come in all at once at the same time. So it'd have to take a time attack. And I know Liga will allow it. He wants to see what he can handle. Just like
Yeah, some states
yeah.
will agree to timed attacks with each other, with ED1 and whoever they're up against.
Oh, I remember those. I remember those when I was playing with you guys over in ED1 and Sin with 219. Those were fun. Frozen screens, but they were fun.
Yeah,
All right, so over here in 1176, they have a 37, a 35, 35, 34s galore, a couple 33s, actually quite a bit of 33s and 32s. So let's see what their officers are on this 37. 9-7, so he ain't bad. Same with Tread. It's not bad. They are right where they should be. Um, that's not bad at all, honestly. And they are up against 1170. So we'll go to 1170. Wait, it isn't. No, it's the next one. Where is 1170? I think it's right here. There it is. 1170. Oh, so yeah. They got the judge. I forgot about this guy. The 41 monster. I forgot about this guy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 12. He's right where he should be, too. Yikes. They're not gonna take him on. Yeah. If I was them, I would stay away from the number one alliance and focus on the number two alliance. If I was them, Because any attack that has this guy in defending, you are not going to win. He's going to eat and eat for days. So um, be careful. Um, don't try to. I was like I said, I would stay away from that number one alliance. Even though you guys are in the lead right now, that could be changed in one hit with him. So please be careful. Moving on. Moving on. Let's see who are we on next. We got 923 versus 984. 923. We all know who 923 is. That is the God and Rooter Nation. Anyone get any word about mergers coming up after GC?
Only what we heard on here.
So then, no one's reached out and asked, "Hey, what nations are you wanting?"
No.
I hassle my VIP all the time. It's the same answer you all get. Thank you for your feedback. Please hold. We'll get back to you.
Please hold.
Nice elevator music in the background.
Exactly.
So Lays
Your
hit 40.
call is important to us.
So Lays is 41 now. I see. Did he just hit the 41 this frenzy or last void?
Last 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 frenzy.
Last frenzy. Okay, okay. So you do got your whale, kind of.
I mean, Lazy ain't no damn well.
I
Lazy
mean,
just know how to build a city, man. And he got a little money. He ain't no damn well.
I mean, his officers are they're
I
looking
love
pretty.
that.
His officers, his titans, warplane. I mean, he's got like C-41 stats. Um, when it comes to officers, titan, and warplane, his kills. Let's see what his kills are. 134. That ain't bad.
I
Not
think we
all
need to
But
void
keep.
kills
you're
too. We
right.
don't.
You're right below him too in kills. So as a 35.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm dangerous. I just don't got the money.
Right.
It
Right.
is what it is.
No, but you guys come with numbers. Like holy numbers. Guys, this is 923 is undefeated still. Undefeated. Like that honestly, I'm kind of impressed by that. They're still undefeated and they're going you guys are going in what over a year now, almost 2 years, right?
2 years, going on 2 years. Yeah, we
Uh
got an 18. We 18 in a row in void so far.
Wow.
that's impressive.
Our,
Yeah, it is.
our only two losses in frenzy was the 982, and that was TK and Jason. We didn't know where we was going. And of course, 896 because they just like us, but they stronger.
Well, frenzy doesn't really count, like when it comes to like winning or losing because it's testing grounds. But void is where it counts, and you guys are undefeated in void, so that's impressive in my eyes. Like I would totally give up. I would totally give up a win. As long as my alliance and my nation learn something during frenzy, so we can bring that into void. I would totally give up a win, 100%. I would not mind taking a loss over it. And you guys are going up against 1 second, 1 second.
Yeah, check out this nation. They merged, Woody. Like this is a merged nation. This is bad.
984. Oh boy. You said it's bad, or like bad
They
as in they.
bad. They bad. Like they only got like 50, 34s. Woody. You know, we unmerged and we got 80.
Ooh. So this is a classic case of they asked for a merger and they got it.
Too early.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
early. When they got 241s. Let's see. Well, Kobe's pretty strong. Kobe is pretty strong, but Leo, I don't know what's going on. He's the 41. I don't know what he needs to really focus on his officers. I think we went over this
A
before
lot.
with him. I think we went over this before in one of my past streams that we looked at him because I remember Kobe and then I remember some guy that needed to work on his officers. So I think this number has gone up. I think he was in the 8 million. So I think he is focused on his officers right now, but it's going to take time for him to grow. So if that's the case, I'm happy that he was able to hear what we had to say, what he should focus on. But
That's a case where somebody just buys uranium instead of buying officer frags. Like you know what I mean? You're building
yeah,
a tin can at a certain point.
well, yeah. And you know
Not that
what?
he's not strong, but
Right.
he the number of your city doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I hope he heard what we were saying. I'm not trying to talk shit for him, but I mean,
Not at all.
if I
Not at
was
all.
if I was in his shoes, okay. So if I was
He
in his
just needs to
shoes,
catch up.
yeah, I would be pushing so hard. Like everything else would stop. Titans and plane would stop growing, and my
What are his
officers would start
Titans
growing.
at?
What's that? His Titans?
Yeah, where they at?
Titans at 2-2. So he's
Oh, his
those are good
Titans are
Titan.
fine.
Yeah, Titans are
Yeah.
good.
So
And his
that's it. Work on your officers. That's it. The only thing.
and his warplane's good too. So yeah,
Yep.
officers. I think, but I still think 923 is going to win this one. I really do. And the reason I say that is they are united. Like I've seen what 923 can do when it comes to kills and teammates. So, like I've seen 923 literally hit someone freaking 80 people online. That's rare. Even in the ancient nations, that's still rare, and
Yeah.
they're able to do it without a single merger. So, yeah, I hope that's gonna
Yeah,
be.
numbers are key. I mean, people don't understand how important that truly is.
It's very important.
Our number so far is 72. Like we've had a 72 hit.
Ooh, that's a good hit. That's a real good hit. All right. Well, LB to God. Hope you guys get that win, buddy.
Good luck, my Woody.
Yep, yep. All right. Next is 550 versus 439. And I'm not going to stay on too much longer because I have to still go to sleep, ladies and gentlemen. I
You get to
know.
sleep when you die. That's what I always
No,
say.
dude, my work just told me that see I've worked 7 days straight now, and they said that my next day off might be in like 14 days.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. That's
yeah,
a stretch.
yeah, yeah. Tell me about it. So it's like sleep is very, and I work 12-hour shifts, so sleep is very important,
Yeah, it is.
and I'm cutting
I don't
into it
mean to
right
rub
now.
it in, Woody, but I haven't worked in like 3 months.
We're short.
Well,
We're
rest
sh-
well, Woody, when you do.
yeah, we're short staffed right now. That's why we're
That sucks.
yeah, and then being the business of the work that I do, um, they have to all be trained.
Yep.
Look at this, 550.
Wow.
550's got 841s,
That's impressive.
240s. Yeah. They've only got one merge. They're still waiting for the second merger, from my
Are they
understanding.
all lined up? Oh, they are.
They are.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that can do some damage right there.
Yeah, yeah, baby. Yeah, that could do some
Oh my
damage.
gosh, they have it all together right there.
Yep. Let's check their officers out and see where they're cooking at. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, their
Buyer
officers.
beware of that one.
Yeah, that's Ooh.
Would you say they had 841s?
No, I don't. Did I say 8?
Was it? Oh,
They have 841s.
841s and all aligned.
Watch out for these guys, and
No
and their
doubt.
officers are good.
Yeah, they are. They're all really good.
They're all good.
I mean, the bottom
The
four need
bottom
some
four,
work,
yeah,
but
but
yep.
still, ooh,
But they're really close.
deadly, deadly. And, oh man, their Titans are all good too, like all of them. And
3 million Titan. Oh,
warplanes, they got 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, they got. I'm gonna say they got.
that's a gold.
I don't know if this one's a gold.
Nah,
These
the
might.
9 is though.
The 8. This one's a gold. 868. That's a
Yeah,
gold. But the 782. That's pushing. It's
it's
possible that
close.
these might, but it might not. They might have like two purples or a purple about to be on that last tier to get the gold. Ooh, let's check out 439 now. Now we know what the 550's got. Oops, wrong one. Was it 439?
950. Wow, that's cool. It's good to see.
Yeah, and they've only been merged once.
Well, but they're doing it right, though.
Yeah,
That's the
they
thing.
they are doing it right. They're doing it really good too. 439, where you at? I'm gonna just keep scrolling until I found it. Oh, hold on. Boom, gotcha. 439. Pistols. Woo hoo 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 hoo. 841s. And
Wow.
Titan. This is awesome Titans. Wow, the 40s. They got 15 and up of the 40s. 20 and above 39s. Well, let's see if they're on the same alliance. They are not.
They are not. That's a
Ooh,
huge problem.
it's a big problem. It's a big problem. That's a real big problem. And he's at that. Yeah, he can be zeroed out. He needs
Oh,
pistols.
easily.
Pistols to be careful. This is gonna now that if they fight, that's gonna be interesting.
Where's their officer ranking?
16-3.
He's solid.
Yeah, he's pretty solid. 13-3 on the next one. So I mean, they have decent. They got decent officers. Let's see what the Titans are. Good Titans.
439 is gonna have to play that smart if they want to win that one.
It's fairly, honestly, it's fairly even.
Other than a split alliance.
Other than a split alliance, it's very even. But Campbell doesn't take in consideration of a split alliance. That's not their concern. That's your actual nations.
Yep, that's your problem.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of fight. Random's good to see you too. Let's see. Who is 385 up against? Kent, we already went through your stuff. That was in the beginning. Am I not seeing it? Okay, 904 versus 875. 904 is a strong nation too. They got mega whales over there in 904. 901, 902, 903, 904. It's Marte's nation. Look at that. They got 541s. And just wait till you see their officers. The only problem that we have here is after that 5, the drop is significant. So look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The 18, 17, 16. Cash again is already at 13-4. Whoa. The guy's pushing. Pushing. Holy cow. You got 37 already at 10-3. And then it drops from 36. But they're pushing, and they're doing it the right way. I believe they're all in the same alliance. Yeah, they're all in the same alliance. This is a very deadly alliance. There was that one nation that did beat them, though. People need to remember, as a 41, your points, when your troops die, they give away more points than anything. So, this has been a classic case of they're in a void or frenzy either way. They were kind of outsmarted. They take the L from it, but they learned something from that. So now they're going to be even more deadlier because they learned what not to do. Yeah, dude, these Titans are freaking big. Big warplanes. Say they got 7 gold ones promised. Ooh. Kills, we all know about their kills. I've been against these guys before in like Iron Blood and stuff like that, and they don't fuck around. They will literally, you will have all five of those 41s. Literally, you're sitting there minding your own business. I don't know, like smoking a cigarette behind a corner, and all five of them port at the exact same time and send it right at you at the same time. It's like fuck. They got me. They found me, and they're good at doing that. All right, they're up against 875. What's 875 got? What did 875 do? 875, 874, 875. Let's see what we got cooking. Oh, what did they do to Camel to get pissed them off? Oh no. Am I seeing this right, guys? What did they do? And the top guy is not even in the top alliance. No. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. What do you guys think? You guys in shock too?
That guy better hide from them.
Like, what's their BP at? Oh, this is gonna be a bubble fest. It's gonna have to be. They they can't with the officer strength, the Titan strength, and the plane strength, and the quality of troops that these guys have. They can't beat them. They can't beat the top alliance. If the top alliance in 904 sends just those five, it would they would be able to eat up to 30 people easily. Yikes. Now, maybe the 30 people defending this guy, they would have a chance because BP, the amount of troops that are inside his city would cover, but he would take a haircut like no other. It would not be smart. Ooh, yeah. 875. Be careful. Be careful. Win in recruiting and bubble up. I don't know what else to say. Oh, let's check and see. But we got 1033 and 996. 1033, 996. 1033. Guys, when I'm looking for stuff, feel free to talk. I think every time I say that, people just get even more quiet.
You make them nervous.
I do, don't I? I do. I'm sorry. All right, so we got 240s, 139, handful of 37s. Are they killers? They fight. Officers, 9-9. As a 40. Ooh, he's falling behind. I think they all might have fallen behind a little bit. Titans. Oh, man. They got at least one gold. Couple are about to have 2 gold. Okay, well, let's see who they're up against. Who do they say they're up against? 996. 996. Let's see what they got cooking. 996. So you guys missed me, huh? There we go.
Yeah, we miss you, Woody.
Oh.
Yeah, it seems like it's been a long time.
It's only been like 2 weeks, if that. A week,
Bro, we
I
got
think.
on a voice. We got on a voice, and Goat and I just like talked nothing for a while. It's not the same without you.
Oh, it's not the same without Raz either. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, you guys.
Some of you guys are like, I don't know about that, Woody. So they got a 41 there and a 40. What are their officers at? Well, I mean, they're Hate to say it, they look better than the other nation.
Yeah, those guys from low are strong.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just saying, like, are they all together? Low, 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 low. Yeah, they are. Ooh, kills. They like to fight. Elite War. That would be the true answer. 316. Okay, well, I mean, they're compared to other nations that where they're at. 316 ain't too bad. So these guys like to fight, huh? Are they in civil war though? They are not. They are not. Ooh, that's gonna be an interesting outcome right there. There should be some good fights there. Either one side's gonna bubble, or what I don't understand is this, guys. Like it's frenzy, no troops lost or anything. Um, I get the whole bubble up, yes, bubble up, but also fight. You know what I mean? You can't if you're gonna lose no troops, and I never suggest anyone to heal in frenzy. Like even though I have, do as I say, not as I do, because frenzy is not meant to really heal. Because the heals in frenzy are like twice as much it seems, and you want to save your heals for GC because it is that season or void. Those are where you want to really save your heals for, guys. So go till you die, or if you're not that big but you plan on having a team attack, um, just wait until your team is ready. At least you have a full fleet then. 850 versus 886. I feel like we might have already seen this one before. 850. I know 850 is a JP Nation. Um, may God bless his soul. There we go. And he's still on a freaking leaderboard too. Look at that. So you got Jeepster, Destiny, so 241s. So did Jeepster surpass Destiny? I remember Destiny was right underneath John Paul for the longest time.
Is JP in a top 10 alliance?
No. So
Okay.
JP, John
Okay.
Paul, he passed away. Um, and Campbell disappeared his city for him,
Hmm.
for the nation. So they don't have to take on the BP that he was holding, 147 million. So they disappeared. In his obituary, it actually said that he was a really he loved playing this game, so on and so forth. To where it did touch Camel's heart, and I think the greatest thing that Camel could do for this nation is exactly what they did, is that they removed the city from the actual map, kept them in the ranking boards.
But they kept him in. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
just so they don't
Yeah, it's
have to
cool.
they don't have to suffer having to defend him. And I remember that they were asking us after not too long ago, matter of fact, well, what do we do about rankings? And because he was still in the top alliance, I was like, well, here's the thing: when it comes to ranking like void or so on and so forth, or triangle or whatever the case might be that you get chosen from, he's still stuck in the top alliance. So you're always going to be overranked because of him being in there. So, and they asked, well, how do we fix that? As bad as it sounds, and no one wants to hear this, but we had to tell them you'd have to remove him from your alliance for you to get better matchups, and that's just the truth. The BP he has alone it's just too much. I mean, 147 million. We'll just say 148 million. That kind of BP. I mean, that's you're going to be ranked up against other players at that point, and you don't want that. So
I don't think some people know if you're not in a top 10 alliance, then you don't count. So that's
correct,
actually, I mean, they
correct.
get to keep that guy around and have a memorial, but
Well, I mean,
it doesn't hurt him.
his city is no
It's a
longer
good deal.
on the map. It's not on the map at all. It's disappeared. He's just on the ranking board, um, and that's it.
That's
And
really cool because he'll stay there for a very long time.
correct,
I mean,
Yeah, that's a good deal.
a very
Everybody
long
wins.
time.
absolutely, he'll always be there. I mean, it takes a long time. I mean, eventually these 38s are going to pass him, with the Commander
Yep,
City.
yep.
But I mean, he's going to be on a ranking board. I mean, how long does it take a lot of people to get to that kind of BP?
Well, yeah. I mean, 10 years. I mean, before he's even thinking about getting off of a leaderboard. I mean, probably even longer than that.
Maybe, yeah. Depending. I mean, these
Yeah,
guys are
we had to.
slowly.
He'd have to drop 100 places,
Sorry.
though.
Correct.
Just stopping in to say what up.
What up? What
Hey,
up? What up? Hey,
what's up?
we're talking about you, Scrapper.
Yeah, man, we're still in somewhat of a civil war. Destiny's basically hitting everybody in our nation and not doing cross nation events, but Jeepster's really stepped up.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just I was pointing out that he surpassed Destiny, and even in the officers, he's
Yeah.
surpassed her. And in the Titans, obviously she still got in the Titans, but he's literally right behind him. I honestly, personally think with just this little bit of a gap, the Titans aren't going to matter when it comes compared to the officers. And let's see what a plane is. Yeah, and his plane is a little better than hers. His officers were a little better than hers. He could probably, fleet for fleet, beat her as we speak.
Yeah, he can. And he shot up the ranks. He went from like a 33 to a 41 in 6 months.
Somebody burned him and made him mad. You never know.
Destiny.
You never know.
Remember, we've always said that. Be careful. Some of these people, they just haven't opened their wallet up yet, and you piss them off.
Free to play until you get burnt on the wrong day.
Yep.
And they did basically. If you look at WLF, there's nothing left, and there's three large cities that are basically giving the whole nation problems. But they're under bubble watch.
So,
and Spike came back to the game. He was gone for a while, and he seems to be a little renewed.
so let me
So-
ask you. Let me ask you something. If
Mhm.
if Destiny's bubble dropped, do you guys have enough people online almost at all times to where you can kick and burn her?
No, maybe
Okay.
2 or 3 times. Maybe if that's everybody online, because she's got something like 5 or 6 million troops under her bubble, and that's all she does. Is she
No, no. She's only got like 2.5, 3 at most. 3 at most.
Then she must have been hit.
60.
Yeah,
Yes.
she doesn't have that many. Not even
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, she's only got like
Yeah.
about 3 million. 63.9. That's about 3.5 right there.
Okay, but she SOS daily. Her bubble will drop for a second, SOS, and she's bubbled again. That's
she's
Well, what time
one
does
of those.
What time does she SOS?
She switches up. That's the. Typically, the most times that I've seen it is between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time.
Well, maybe you guys have a day off one day and you guys wait till 2, 3 in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning and you just watch that city. When that bubble comes down to go and
As soon as she sends, you send to her.
Yeah, like set that SOS against her to where she's going to send. And yeah.
The problem is you need a speed attack for the first one, not an SOS for the first one.
Well, no. He's saying that she SOSs other people.
No, I know that. But what I'm saying is you counter that. You let her main fleet go attack whoever she's attacking.
Yeah.
You go get everybody else out of her base.
Yeah, you get her Titans out of there. That's the
Yeah.
strength of her city is her Titans.
And then you burn all of her other remaining troops.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
been a cat and mouse game for quite a while.
Well,
Isn't it frustrating? We just came out of a civil war. It's so frustrating.
It is.
Oh boy.
But all I can say is I'm glad Spike's back and Jeepster has put a lot of things in check now that he's gotten big enough to do that.
That's cool.
So
keep in mind, have Jeepster keep in mind without his Titans too, she can do some damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. But she's not that good.
A lot of people say a lot of people are not good until they get hit by him. They're like, well, maybe he was better than I thought he was. Just say.
I've gotten hit by her. It, for being a 34 at the time, 35, it hurts, but not compared to Jeepster. Jeepster's a lot better player.
Right.
So.
And you guys are up against 886. We're going to check out 886 real quick.
Yeah.
We found out a lot of information today, guys, huh? A lot of information.
The funniest thing is it's just repeating nation over nation. You know what I mean? Not a lot of it's new. It's just the same BS in every nation.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: you can always tell a fighting nation compared to a non-fighting nation. Like you can almost tell if you're gonna win it or lose it, like literally almost instantly. Like for one, is everyone in the top alliance? This one, no, they're not. They almost look like they might be a civil war as well. Maybe.
But right now, if you look at us after that merge, it looks like we're in a civil war right now, but we're not.
Correct.
Just because we haven't got everyone to move over to our alliance to make a super alliance yet. It's happening. It's just slow.
I think it's going to take a couple voids for you all to realize, we got to do it. We can't compete.
They keep realizing that every time we win.
Well, usually what happens is like either you're winning, and they want to be more a part of that.
And that's what we want. Like we're trying to welcome them over. It's slow.
You guys don't judge me, but I thought this was a chip on top of a fork. But it's not, it's a moon. I thought it was a chip on top of a fork. I think that's my sign.
That is your sign.
Oh man, that's my sign.
What's your number and your sleep number?
Like I got to get to sleep in 7 minutes kind of deal, so I'm trying to move fast. I do want to see what 785 is up against. What weak ass nation you stuck with, Woody, for frenzy? We are stuck with you. 746. We are stuck against you guys, and you guys are not weak. They are not weak. I want to check out. I'm sorry, I'm skipping, guys, but I gotta get to sleep. But I do want to see who 785 is against. Honestly,
858.
so 785 is against 858, huh?
Check.
You do realize who 858 is, right?
The winner of the upcoming frenzy.
Yeah.
We're having a little. We're having a little fun little civil war in 785.
That's still going
really
on.
Care.
Well,
it was on. It was off. It's back on. I mean, it's not up to us. The second alliance decided that there should be no treaty and no rules, so they got what they asked for.
So what happens? Oh man, they got 540s too. So what happens if you guys get a merger?
Yeah.
And the other nation is not looking for a civil war, like.
It doesn't even matter if they're looking for another civil war. What happens when we get a merger is
because you guys are coming up soon. And I think
it's exactly what you expect, man.
I think you already know that you guys are coming up soon.
We're happy with the treaty, man. We accepted the second alliance's treaty. We actually borrowed the first one from another nation. They agreed. Then they broke that. Then they came back with revisions. We agreed to them. Then they broke their own treaty. So what happens in a merger is simple. Whoever we merge with will have rules, and the top alliance will agree to those rules, and the second alliance will now face multiple alliances that agree on the rules.
You know what changes that merger is Chaos Land. That was a huge thing for us, and it sounds silly, but I mean, we put in work in Chaos Land.
Yeah, I was
and it was shocking. Yeah, that's great, Woody.
It
was shocking to them to see what we did.
So
and it's just a different way of fighting, right? Like you know what you know until you meet something that you don't understand, and then that could happen to us with merging with someone else. They could be way better fighters than we are, but you don't know until you know.
Our problem is that we won GC twice already. We have a great record, and so the people who don't care about the nation don't join Discord. They just think, well, what do we need rules for? We're already winning, and now that we're losing, they just say, well, we're losing because you got rid of too many casual players. And it's just like, all right, guys, I don't want to argue. I don't really care. Let's merge with someone with great rules. I'll join that alliance, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, to be honest, I mean, below 50 players in an alliance, they are casual players. I mean, realistically, right? If you go to any leaderboard, you know, maybe the top 100 players are real dedicated, but below that, they're not.
I mean, I want our second alliance to succeed. I want our third alliance.
Correct.
If they really are an alliance, I want them to succeed. I want everyone to succeed, but I mean, you got to have a treaty that everyone agrees to, and then we follow those rules and we shield correctly. And I mean, it's boring shit. You guys know all this stuff. The second alliance is like, if I rank this high and strong as commander, then I should be able to not hide troops and drop shield when I want.
That's not how that works. The rules are for everyone.
Yeah. And I
And
give
you
them
know
the
what you
simple
need?
challenge, like go find any nation where they're doing what you're saying and they're winning, and then we'll adopt their rules. And they
The
always
only-
come back and
I'm
there's
gonna be honest. The rules of my nation are the most simplest rules.
Well, that's the easiest rules to follow, right? The
Yeah,
simple ones.
they're the most simplest and the most easiest rules to follow, and they're like baseline rules, and it fucking works.
And here's what you need to do. I mean, just an idea is when you're putting up someone that's breaking a treaty, right? You need the R5s from both alliances to be aligned. That's the problem, right? Because if I have somebody in an alliance that breaks the treaty, they're gone. They're out of our alliance. I don't care if it's my best friend that I've played with for 4 years.
Well,
You're not going to cause a civil war in this nation for you're mad at somebody.
Right.
You're out.
It was the R5 of the second alliance that broke the treaty. So
and that's the problem, right? I mean, and not to pick on them, but they don't have any honor at that point. There is no honor in that person.
So I think that we all know that the R5s have got to be able to communicate with the number 1, number 2, and number 3. They all have to be able to communicate. It's very well, and they all have to have the mindset of a winning nation and not to point fingers at other people. But once one person starts pointing fingers of it's your fault because you guys attacked and lost that and gave the war up. That's an issue. So the R5 has to recognize the mistakes that their own alliance has done and be able to punish them and do what has to be done. Like for instance, in my alliance, if someone drops their bubble, they fell asleep, they get zeroed out. Well, what happens after Void? They get kicked out and they get sent. They either get burnt or they get sent to the Last Chance Alliance kind of deal. And every single R5 in my nation. They will do the same thing to anyone that it happens to, or they will kick them out and tell us SPT to go zero them out. That they're done. So
because that's a sign of unity.
Yeah,
I mean
that is what a good R5, and that is like what you need. The R5 needs to be able to do that. They have to be able to communicate and have the same mentality as the top alliance. They have to have that mentality of winning for it. They have to have it to where. This is for the nation. We are for the nation and not just for an alliance. The second you start saying that this nation is for the number 1 alliance is when you're going to have problems. But if you say all 3 alliances or all 4 alliances are for the nation, that's when you have unity and you guys are all together on the same path and the same road. And sometimes sometimes an R5 has to make an example out of someone in their alliance when they step on that step over that line. Or else they're gonna be like, well, I'm on this side of the line, I'm on that side of the line, I'm on this side of the line. They want to play those games. The R5 has to be able to kick and burn to set that example so everyone else sees he's not lying. He's not fucking around, dude. Let's just do it because I don't want that person to be me, kind of deal. I mean, it happened. I've had to do it. I had to do it.
Otherwise, you lose respect and trust from every other alliance immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to bore you guys, but I'll just repeat a couple things that have already been said, which is like somebody was saying earlier, hey, every nation seems the same. I would agree with that. Going all the way back to what Big Bird was saying about if you're in the second alliance and you don't play with the first alliance, you're risking your entire alliance. And so we had that situation basically where the second alliance, the R5, for a while was working with us, but he was following the rules. But then his own alliance was like, oh, you're a puppet, you're with the other team. So he got sick of it and he quit. And then he gave R5 to somebody else who hated the R5 of our first alliance. And then that guy gave the R5 to someone that hates the top one R5 more than anyone. So basically, these guys hate each other, and they don't want rules. And so, of course, you know where all this goes.
Yeah, I see where it goes. It goes
Everyone
to
in the nation spends their money and gives it to Camel, and you guys aren't successful. That's where it goes.
yeah.
I mean, we have the top one alliance is separate. I'm in my
Yep.
own alliance, attacking the top two alliance, and then there's another alliance that's attacking the top one. I think they want it, honestly. I mean, everyone's just fighting. We fought over a perpetual city yesterday for no reason at all.
Just add some excitement to your life.
Like,
yeah, I mean, it's fine if they want to fight. We can fight, but the result is we're definitely going to lose 858 in frenzy.
I feel your pain, man.
Oh man.
If you're pain.
Oh no.
I mean, it's fine. I don't mind
There's
attacking.
also another reason why people need to be on Discord. I mean, if your bubble drops in Void of Frenzy, you're gonna need to be able to tell them on alert to bubble up.
Well, see, these guys, I know his nation quite well. So the guys that are in his nation and the people that he are fighting are actually on Discord, and they watch my YouTube, they watch Nikki's YouTube, they watch Lumber's YouTube. So they're very well aware of what needs to be done. It
Yeah.
just sounds like in this case they're just refusing to do it.
And everybody's got friends, right? Like, don't burn my friends.
Well, I mean, the whole "don't burn my friends" is, well, if your friend was bubbled, he wouldn't be burning, and that's just the facts. You know, if
yeah, man.
Like, how many people in my nation? Matter of fact, I think we have someone in my nation. Where did he go? He was in here.
I got to drop off. Thanks,
okay,
Woody.
no problem, no problem.
See you, Hubbard.
Blue Green Toad, you still in here? Blue Green Toad. Blue Green Toad, I'm calling you out. There you are. So, what happens during Void if someone like Fam or Rock or those alliances drop the bubble in the middle of Void? What happens to them?
I mean, shit, you saw me. I sat over in Fam for a week burning people.
Yeah. Like,
same thing with Rock. Like, burned them. Eventually, they got kicked out. Some of them got let back in. It's what I would hope to be a last chance scenario, but we'll wait and see.
And here's the thing: we have like the R5 right here. Tells me, look, burn them, burn them. Their R5 is telling us burn them.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be, absolutely. And if it's too, like, if you're a second ranked alliance and you're an R5 and you have no one to burn your top guy, but he keeps fucking up thinking that he's untouchable, I promise you, if that R5 tells that number one alliance to burn you, you're being burned. Like, you're being burned. Like, the only reason why you haven't been burned yet is because your R5 has been protecting you. So, with that being said,
pretty much had to wait for them to kick him out. But yeah, I sat over there in Fam for like a week just waiting. Let me at him, boss.
But yeah, guys, this is the rules. If this was like day one, or we'll just say the first 3 months of the game, I can understand that kind of opinions. I can understand that kind of attitude, that kind of fighting, that kind of pushback. But we're 2 years, 3 years, 4 years into this game. If you have not figured out a routine of at what time you absolutely need to bubble, are you
Friday night, 3-day bubble?
Yeah,
all problems solved if you're not going to be on.
Yeah, if you haven't figured that out, then you're not going to figure it out. And I hate to say it like that, guys. I really do. But I'm going to answer any question real quick, but then I'm going to bed. Anyone have any questions?
Woody, I got one for you real quick.
Okay.
Speaking of R5s,
okay,
how would you prefer an R5 to act? And it's not. I'm not asking for our nation or anything, so it's not like that. I'm just asking. Would you like a super active R5, or do you want an R5 that sits back quietly and just makes the calls?
Okay, so from a lot of successful nations, an R5 will sit back, evaluate stuff, while the R4s are coming up with solutions of how to fix whatever problem it is, right? The R4s they're the one that's communicating with the other R4s. Hopefully, not like saying "fuck you," this and that. We're gonna burn you, because that does happen.
Yep.
But R4 should be on trying to figure out a solution, a couple
They're doing all the
solutions.
work, right? I
Correct,
mean, they're the board
correct.
members.
And
I
then
mean, that's
the
what their job is.
correct, and then the R5 makes the decision, and then whatever that R5 says is what goes. That R4s need to respect his decision and they need to carry out with it. It's kind of like the military. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
In
There's an
some
order
cases,
to it.
yeah, yeah, and in some cases you have an R6. I know that's not in the game, but like you got the top guy in the nation that he has his rules set. He's letting people play. He just doesn't want to deal with the politics. You know,
Yep.
so he's just sitting back. R5 will always run things past him first, and then if he says go for it, dude, all yours. The R5's gonna carry through. But be careful, because that R6 is going to listen to that R5 and carry out whatever needs to be done. Remember that.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, yeah, and that's just usually how it goes. And I know people are like, oh, fuck you in the R6 thing. No, it's true. It's true. The top guy is the person that makes the rules. I hate to say it like that, but it is true.
It is true.
I think the position of R5 can be really time intensive. And so an R5 should always be asking themselves the question, does this just need to be done or does it need to be done by me?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't need to be done by you, you should delegate that authority. And if you have a new leadership team, you might have to give more guardrails and guidance at the beginning, and you may even have to do the task yourself the first time. But it's a concept I'm borrowing from my wife's profession of education, but it's a concept of gradual release of responsibility.
Right.
And so you gradually release more and more responsibility to your delegates.
Right, and R5 doesn't have to be the strongest city.
No.
In your alliance, and I want the guy with the biggest brain there. I want the deepest thinker. You know what I mean? That sees everything coming before it comes, and that's what I want an R5 to be.
So our R5 in my nation is obeyed, and his I don't want to put his real life out there. I'll just say that he can judge.
He's good at delegating.
No. What I'm saying is he can judge.
Okay.
Like clink clink lock
At
lock.
the federal or state level.
Federal. Well, he's in a different country, but he can judge. If you read between the lines.
Got it.
So I mean, if he's able to do that in real life, yeah. But we have any more questions?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just going to ask one about GC because we were in the same GC as you, and it was 771. I was just wondering, what were they doing?
I'm gonna be 100%.
Because they're usually doing really well in GC.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I personally, even though you see in my city, I personally was not playing GC. It wasn't me. I'll just leave it at that. So I don't know. I didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
That was.
And another question about nation war, because we're currently at war. And I'm just seeing if that will help with our merger situation.
By lowering BP, it will.
Oh man. So back in the days, and I mean back in the days, lowering your nation BP did help. Does it work now? I think it is still in the formula, but I think the recipe has a whole bunch of other things to it than just that. I think that it has a lot of different things that need to be done before you're eligible for that.
Okay.
So that kind of is like, if you notice, some of these cities, each one of these cities have 1,400 troops in there. During your nation, your nation BP is counted every single wall in the city. It's not just your top 10 alliances. It's every city in that nation is counted for. So if you want to lower your nation BP, Just attack these 1,400 troops out of every single wall. All it takes
Yeah, I
is
mean
one hit.
we've got S&G down to nearly just 1 billion. They were at 1.6, and many other alliances as well. But we have been going ham on them.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going. You'll get it eventually.
Well,
Yeah.
seven
A
seven
long time.
nine.
I mean, their biggest player, he's just chucking money into it because he says he wants to defend all of his people, and like you're doing that against Cash City, you know, it is the most pointless thing to do in
So
my mind.
you guys haven't got a merge yet. You're the
No.
only nation that I know in the 700s that has not received a single merge yet, and you got other 700 nations that have already been merged twice, and
Yep,
stuff
we're
like that.
twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, whatever you guys are doing right now, and I think I've already told you, and we went into you guys' nation chat and told you what you guys need to do.
Mm.
It needs to be done. Like
Yeah.
farmers, stop
Yeah, the
plug.
farmer situation we're starting to get a control of because
Well,
most of them have been burnt out.
it's more of how many people are logging into those farms.
Mm.
So think about this: if one person has 50 farms, okay,
Yeah.
each login is counted 50 different people. So if the second person has another 20 farms, so now you're at 70 people that the system is counting that's logging
As
in,
two
and it's
people.
really only two.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. So if if all these people keep logging in, the algorithm's gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa. You guys are fucking active as all hell. You got all these fucking logins. What are you talking about? You need a merger. Think about it. And I know that I've spoken to you about that before. And other people have too. But it's trying to beat that
I
into your.
at one a little bit I thought it was something to do with the city levels because I think soon we're meant to have 239s as well.
No, because if you look around, how many 41s are being merged as we speak? How many nations have
Mm.
3 or 4 41s that are being merged again for the second time?
We just got merged with 341s.
Yeah,
for in the second time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but what is that?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's all I wanted to ask.
Who has got their vibrator on? Holy cow! You guys heard that, right?
Yes, we did.
Oh, I need to go to sleep.
Time for a shower.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I'm gonna end this. I'm tired. I wish everyone
Go to bed.